ESL One Cologne Online is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, DHL, and GGBet.
Welcome back to ESL One Cologne, powered by Intel. Now we're heading into the matchup we've all been waiting for. It is Astralis versus fnatic. Nordic derby, I guess you could kind of call it, Hugo. Sure. I do want to just commend Hugo and Harry, actually, because they've just run all the way from the buffet. You were a little bit like still swallowing your pasta when you arrived on the desk.
Working on it, you know, not eating today, but I feel good. I feel refreshed. I've had a Mountain Dew. I'm ready for the Counter-Strike. I mean, this is the game of the day, Frankie. I mean, I say that. I feel like we already sort of had the game of the day, but I'm expecting this one to deliver as well.
This is finally the time we're going to see Esatag play. And of course, Bubsy's joined the squad as well. We haven't seen Esatag play since March, Harry. Are you thinking you might be a little bit rusty when he gets onto the server?
Honestly, I think if I'm Esatag and I'm Bubsky here, I have spent the last month, or even longer in Esatag's case, just hardcore practice at getting ready, because this is probably one of the biggest names you're going to be attached to, and one of the chances to make a very long-lasting impression. You want to do the best you can by like the biggest names from your region, right? You don't want to show up and be like, oh, sorry fellas, like, you know, I was just chilling for a month or so, like taking it easy, but I'm here to play now. Like, no, you want to show up having already been given it your all for the last month at the very, very least.
And what's interesting is Esatag is a player who can basically put anywhere, but we do know Magisk is still going to be in-game leading. But when I spoke to Bubsky last week, he said that unlike when Yugi and Snappy were playing on the team, they've actually changed roles to accommodate these players rather than just expecting those last two players to just play like Zipnix and Glaive.
Yeah. One thing that was so clear from those changes is just like Astralis, when they had Yugi and Snappy, it didn't seem like they'd fleshed it out or like done a lot of work. They kind of just went, all right, guys, replace two of the best players in Denmark. Cool, have fun. And I obviously that was like doomed to fail. But now that they've had the player break, now that they've had some time off, some practice, I imagine things are going to be, you know, a little more fleshed out. And I expect to see a pretty good Astralis here today.
Well, roles changing and two new players on the lineup. The map pool is really anyone's guess. So we're going to head into the veto right now to see what we're working with here. But I mean, Astralis, they can play anything, but I'm thinking maybe Nuka Inferno, Harry.
Oh, I mean, really, it's anyone's guess, right? Like, because I don't know what they've been working on. That's like, I imagine we're going to see things that are like tried and tested for Astralis. Like, if I'm going into this as Esatag or Bubsky, I'm not thinking, oh, they're going to change their map pool to accommodate me. I'm thinking we should be practicing the maps that Astralis are good at. So I think I'm kind of inclined to agree with you there. And then, you know, I think for like fnatic, I feel like it's honestly in the veto, they've got a really good deal of control here. You know that there's still going to be like, you know, the baby steps towards Astralis trying to build up. So I'm just really curious to get this one started. See how like Vertigo's out. We got Mirage out from Astralis. Nuke pick coming straight in right away, and that's brilliant. You know, like it's always been a Danish home map to begin with anyway. Like there was no doubt that Bubsky and Esatag are able to play this one proficiently. Then we have the train follow-up from fnatic, and it all ends on Inferno.
I honestly don't think you could have had like a more entertaining veto for this series, right? Like fnatic banning Vertigo, I'm sure Astralis were commending them, clapping them in the hallway for that one because they don't like to play it either. either. Dupree was tweeting about how boring that map has become with the constant A attacks, but Nuke, I mean, that's a mainstay, and it's not one that Fnatic shy away from either. Train, that's an Astralis classic, at least it has been in the past. Look at the amount of clips we have a Device on that map, and it's great to see that we still have Device here, right? Despite the changes Astralis make, this guy is the name of Astralis. This guy is the guy you want to be looking out for, and having him on Train as well is going to be so welcome. Talking about AWPing and Device and Train as well, we got S-Tag, always noted as an all-round player. He can AWP too, Frankie.
Well, I need to find out which players you've picked as your players to watch. And Hugo, you're clearly an Astralis obsessive, but maybe you've gone with one of the new boys?
I've given it away, haven't I? I've gone with S-Tag, yeah, man. I've been a fan of this guy for so long. Like, his rise through Tricked all the way to Heroic, getting benched for ages and then coming back. And I remember when he got benched initially and brought back onto the team, that's when he first picked up the AWP, at least in a pro team with that level, and he just looked unbelievable. And it was at that point, he was like entering, AWPing, and just doing everything for the team. And, you know, when I saw Astralis picked him up, no surprise, all-round player, someone they can mold to be whoever the hell they want. And I think this guy's a really, really important factor for Astralis if they're going to play well today.
Harry, who is on your card?
Oh, well, for me, I went with Brolin, right? Like, I think if you look at Fnatic, you got to go with Brolin. Top in terms of the stats, moving to online. If anything, looks like it's helped him further that even more. The Krieg nerf didn't hurt him like everyone expected it would. He's still putting up these great numbers. And then, like, his storyline as an individual, going from the Gamers reality TV show. This guy was basically on reality television, and now he plays in Fnatic, and he's one of the best he is the best damn player in the team with these seasoned legends. It's incredible.
But with Fnatic, their style's not been working online. They've only had about a week of practice. Apparently, they're not even changing much, according to Brolin. So can they face Astralis when they're an unknown quantity? We're going to find out on New.
Who on earth knows? I mean, I certainly don't. Astralis coming in with a fresh face, 2 new players on this scene. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be an exciting game. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. Hope your seatbelt is buckled, because this one might be a turbulent ride over on Nuke. Fnatic, CT side start, and Astralis, what are they going to show us in this pistol round?
Outside play for Astralis, JW here with his USP, and he's got Crims over here in mid. Dupree opening up. Crims trying to shut it down, and instead he actually gets dinked and has to fall back. Brolin with the dualies, he's falling in love with Keto, but he only gets one. Now S-Tag's got them. They're getting passed around. Let's see, dual Berettas. Ooh, plenty of ammo, he can spam everything. It's kind of scary. And this lowest sight, well, S-Tag looking to get stuck in. I honestly, like, you know, with the whole picking a player to watch, I went with Brolin, but I also originally went with S-Tag. Me and Hugo both made the same call there. I can't wait to see how him and Bubsky are slotting in. And, you know, knowing how these guys are, I imagine it has been, like, continuous high effort being put in from the both of them to get ready for this debut game with Astralis.
Brilliant fake. Astralis, they take Secret. Fnatic rotate B. Their only upper player is Crims, who is dinked in main earlier on. And Magis comes in through main, getting that kill. The rest come up through the vents in Secret. And there's a bomb plant. Fnatic down in a 4-on-2. They've got a kit, but they need the kills behind it. Flusher with 1. Golden does some damage, but he's got 2 players right below him and a 3rd at the vents. Not an easy feat for him. Ooh, Dupree almost dead in the water, but Flusher has now got to flush them down the toilet. It's not happening. Dupree with a double and 3 in the round, and Astralis will start things off with style.
Yeah, that was nice, right? Like the kind of classic Astralis misdirection on a map like Nuke. That's what they're so good at. And they use it to devastating effect there. I feel like for a lot of teams facing Astralis right now, you might accidentally fall into, like, not necessarily underestimating them, but maybe not expecting, like, the vintage Astralis level of CS, especially if you look at, like, the kind of recent timeline where Snappy and Yugi were in the squad. S-Tag going aggressive, shutting down Golden. Already Secret secured. It's a fast play down towards B. The momentum behind them. Rotations haven't come through from Fnatic. And in this round, I imagine we see Astralis commit. I don't think they go for the fake again. I think this is them kind of calling the bluff of Fnatic, who they're hoping lean too heavily into that A-bomb site. Now, maybe with JW getting that kill, that slows this round down. And we're back into that 4-on-4 now.
He saw Magic's cross back, and JW rotates up because he thinks it's going to be an A play, coming back down as Device gets another kill, and the scout finally getting rid of the round. Magis nades him down. And yeah, for me, Harry, one of the big questions I kind of want to ask someone in a post-match interview if we get the chance is like, how much impact and input has someone like Glaive or Zipex had, you know, for either these new two players to Astralis or to Magis in moving into this in-game leading role, right?
Yeah.
Is Glaive sitting behind him in practice, rubbing his back and pointing him in the direction that he should turn? I don't know.
Maybe he's doing one of those two things, right? Like,
how many hands has Glaive got?
Yeah.
That's the question that we're all wondering. But yeah, I'd love to know like what the process has been of not removing, but your IGL stepping down and then someone else, you know, obviously no doubt that Magis can do it, but like how much are you not copying, but taking from your old strat book, and how much are you coming up with yourself? There's a lot of questions, and this series is going to have, hopefully, a lot of answers.
yeah, I mean, one of the things that Frankie said is that, you know, she learned from interviews that they've said that in this iteration of the squad, S-Tag and Bubsky had like their roles kind of crafted for them, and that wasn't the case for Snappy and Yugi. I always assumed that was the case, right? Like in my eyes, Snappy and Yugi were like the bandage, the quick bit of like first aid, and then we have like, you know, the actual care that helps sort everything out in the form of S-Tag and Bubsky. There was never any doubt in my mind that these two were going to be like the cards that you hold on to long term, whereas the others were more like stand-ins, like just filling the void while you didn't have anyone else. And obviously, you know, like I think for especially someone like Snappy, he did a great job. But JW down here gonna deal with Magis on that Zeus. That's what you love to see. Crims, he wants to continue getting as cheeky as JW does. He's waiting back here in main. Now, Zeus isn't quite the same as the knife. Do you think Zeus is more or less skilled, Hugo?
Skilled? Oh, I don't really know about. I couldn't even answer that question. It's more entertaining.
Oh,
I think.
Fine. Look at this.
Harry,
USP's doing the damage. How on earth? S-Tag and Bubsky. Okay, if there ever was a time to show why you're on the team, it's definitely right now.
Yep.
Luckily enough, Bubsky's kind of doing a good job. You can imagine how much they're sweating in this position. Like, it's only USPs if Bubsky's getting the kills needed. S-Tag gonna finish it off, and that's why they pay him the big bucks, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. They recover it from a 2-on-5. They get that third round for Astralis.
Wow. I mean, like, this is already sparking up so many talking points. But one point I want to make, I want to flip the script, Harry, because, you know, Astralis, a lot of eyes are on them. Really, all the attention is on them. But let's remember who they're up against. These are legends of the game. This is fnatic. JW Zeusing in round number 2 or round number 3 of the series, for crying out loud. Like, these guys are just so entertaining and such skilled individuals. Crims, I feel like, has never dropped off. Has he ever had a bad game? Probably not. Will he ever have a bad game? Probably not. And so, you know, this is not an easy matchup for Astralis, but hey, winning a 2-on-5 in round number 3 for the two new boys on the block, that's what I want, and more of that.
Well, it's Device versus JW, a head-to-head, perhaps old as time itself. And in recent years, Device definitely the man coming out ahead in it. Let's see, JW. There's the peak, and well, who knew? History destined to repeat itself as Device bests JW in the head-to-head. They do lose Bubsky back in lobby, and that is going to be the green light to hit B, right? You've lost out on this player that was rapping. You know now the rotations can come in very, very quickly, and so they just flood down into this site. They haven't committed to anything just yet, but it does seem like they're going to this time with the full belt utility going in. They know that there's two players that ramp. Magisk has just cleared out the rest of the bomb site. Flusher does go peeking in, but doesn't get away with the kill.
Yeah, Magic's just ducking below the shot, avoiding a haircut. Lots of grenades for Astralis. They're not actually looking to plant, they're looking to fight, and that could be a danger with 3 players on the ramp side. Eventually the bomb goes down, and fnatic flashing in for the retake. Flash does nothing, but the kill comes through regardless. Golden with a quick shot. Dupree trades from the door, and S-Tag is still sitting on the site, still sitting on the bomb. There's a third man coming in on the wrap round. It's Brolin, and no one's watching this door. It's wide open, and he'll swing through with a quick kill. It's Dupree on 3, Device on the AWP, and fnatic all over this this bomb site. They're going to smoke it and tap it as well. They won't stick. They could have already had this round locked in. Finally, getting on the defusers. Crims cleans up 2 more kills. 3 in the round for him, and the first found for fnatic. Nice little retake there. Very patient as well. Astralis may have had strong afterplants, but losing that first fight to Golden, and then no one watching the decon door as Brolin sneaks in on the flank, definitely uproots Astralis there. Still, a bomb plant's going to give them money, and they'll be able to come into round number 5 with a pretty decent buy, all things considered. Actually, worse than I assumed. 2 pistols and a Galil. At least JW won't have an AWP to fight back against last round. His shot did look dead on, but not connecting. S-Tag's going quick on top of main, into main, and he's going to get spammed back from the garage. Can't stop Brolin when he sits at the back. And Crims is going to get caught with a nade in hand. Nice shot from Dupree, but they won't commit towards A off the back of that kill. Maybe if they had S-Tag still in main, that could have been an option, but instead they're going to look elsewhere. Device has managed to creep his way down towards Secret, and Flush is still holding on to ramp.
Uh-oh. That there now marks the rotation of JW. Flash goes in, and he's blinded off the line. Magic's going to pick that one up. And we're into this 4-on-3. Fnatic with 2 players still in this upper site. That's going to be Brolin, and it's going to be Golden. Back-to-back as Golden actually departs from his teammate and tries to get himself set up in lobby. This is a good response. If you lose ladder room, you want to be taking hut, you want to be taking lobby, so that you don't have to be holding all these angles, right? You need to know that that's clear, so then you can focus your attention on main and heaven, and that's what they've done. Now, both players looking here. Golden gets first contact, Brolin flicks up. Still, an awkward fight for Brolin to win, and there it is! Wow. Brolin with 3! What a hold! From the young gun. You can see why I put him as my man to watch, because look at him go. 4 in the round. And a stellar recovery from Fnatic. Everything about it, you know. Golden especially does like such a... He doesn't get any kills, but he's such a key player in that round. He pushes through Squeaky. He comms, you know, lobby is clear. Just watch heaven. And he's looking there. Brolin's watching main and like flicking between the 2. And in the moment Golden makes contact, Brolin looks up, shuts it down. A great round from Fnatic and a great adjustment to losing ramp.
Yeah, now the pistol's out for Astralis. The money has finally dripped down. I've liked how far some of these rounds are, right? Astralis not fearful of their opponents. And, well, that much is showing at least, but maybe they should be. JW wallbanging Bubsky through the door. And Fnatic find a man advantage. We've only got 1 Deagle in this round. That's on Magis. He really has to do something if Astralis want any chance of making this round interesting. Because the Glocks, boy oh boy, they're not going to find all too much. Double peaked, goodbye. JW pushing outside, but the Glock, ooh, thinks him down low. He does recover, finding 4, and putting Fnatic on a 3rd. Strong start here for the Swedes. But will the Danes come back with some destruction? Guns are out, 2 Galils, no AWP just yet. But luckily, JW's lost his in the meantime. Before this game went live, we saw a little stat, we saw a little graphic that said Astralis were 24-7 against Fnatic in head-to-heads. That's crazy dominant. But I want to remind you one thing. Last 2 times they played was in EPL and RTR. Both times, Fnatic won those bo3 series. And those were with the full Astralis roster at the time. Obviously a different team now. But yeah, times are changing. We'll see if Fnatic can keep the occasion up. Magic's, though, dropping the first man outside. It's Golden gone. And Astralis setting up smokes off the back of that kill.
Yeah, outside smokes going in to try and give them a wall, a bit of a veil to push behind. S-Tag leading the charge. Going to try and cross into Garage. Now, this is kind of relying on JW not getting this information, so that Molotov is important. He doesn't spot that they're wrapping round. Brolin is holding close to this smoke, but is he ready for S-Tag, who's already so damn deep? Brolin's hiding, concealed by the smoke. He pops out, but in doing so, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. JW, meanwhile, offering up a bit of resistance from Secret. Does get engaged by Bubsky, and that's going to force him into a more passive angle down in the B site. JW runs for the hills. Now, while this has happened, look at Crimson Flusher. They've cleared out lobby. They aggressed in through ramp and Squeaky door. And Crims is still a threat. They're aware of this, though, and Magisk is going to lock it in. So the bomb plant now found. JW in a 1v3 who needs an ace at 29 points of health to win it. This isn't spelling Fnatic round, and JW seems to agree. He's backing away. So it's a 4th on the board for Astralis. One thing I will say is, like, I think Magisk as an IGL is just like a great idea, because I think, you know, if you had to pick players in this team who have like the read of the game on a level where, like, you know, you could give some like glaive level calls, obviously with him now helping out, right, since he's been kind of back in action but not playing, I feel like that's only going to help further. And I love this idea of molding Magisk into someone who can do that.
Yeah, I think the future of Astralis is under question in terms of like, well, now we have 7 players on the roster. Assuming that stays the same, what's the long-term plan? Are we swapping out players per tournament? And if so, well, having 2 players who can appropriately in-game lead is a great change. Astralis, again, trying to change the game, as it were. Good to see Fnatic really focusing on that outside control. They do fall in that round, but putting 2 players to fight outside is definitely the right call. We got our fan cams as well. Mostly Danes, I imagine. I don't blame them. Astralis in the lead.
You love to see it. I feel like, you know, 80% of Danish people own a Danish flag. At least that's like what the stats would show there on those fan cams. So let's keep testing that. If you're Danish, do you own a Danish flag? Let us know. S-Tag over here. He's looking to plant the Danish flag in garage as he goes aggressive, trying to take it back from the Swedes. That's a bit of rivalry at the borders, and Golden going to win it out for Fnatic. Right now, this is still Swedish territory. And so Astralis, they embark on a voyage down here towards ramp instead. Flusher in this position. JW nearby for that rotation, similar to what we saw a few rounds ago. And JW makes his presence known with that kill onto Device.
Fast flick with the AWP is what we come to expect from this man, but Astralis, they'll be given ramp control as Fnatic hold a heavy advantage in the numbers. They welcome Astralis down towards that B-bomb site. Flusher waits in the wings behind the silo. There is one Molotov. Magisk has it out, but it's going to go in towards Dark instead. So Flusher will still remain unnoticed, unchecked, unknown until he strikes. There's one. Buying time. Flash goes high, and Flusher peeks out wide. 2 kills for him. Make it a 3rd. Flusher shutting it down as Flusher does. And Fnatic put another round on the board, 4-4. I'm already liking how competitive this map is. It is Astralis' pick in the series. The T-side start, pretty damn good considering how we know this map to go. But I mean, Counter-Strike is getting more T-sided by the day. Our earlier series, OG Nip, was 10-5 T-sides across the board.
This camera angle's beautiful. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. That was. I feel like I'm watching a film now whenever I watch ESL broadcasts. Here's bo3 trying to get down the vents. Fast feet, but he does sneak down. And actually padded feet as well. He does it quietly. Uh-oh. Prims, no. Oh, he's fed the beast. bo3 down in the vents. Gets away with a kill and an AK now with armor behind it. That is a threat. And if he beats Flusher, that there could be the B site opened up by bo3. B is now home to Astralis, and Fnatic is so far away from these rotations even beginning. Problems just now starting. Nice flick from Brolin to find that kill. JW falling there in after. It's a bit messy. It's a bit chaotic. And Dupree's Deagle good for one more. But Brolin 1v3. Bomb down on B, and with a man wrapping around, it's Device here with the AWP. He's got it dead to rights. 5 for Astralis.
Dude, there's so many layers to that round, Harry. Props for keeping up the commentary, because, yeah, I mean, the amount of things that went down, the amount of different pushes, different levels. Great work from bo3. As soon as he gets that kill as well, once you kill Flusher, you know, you look at that kill feed and you go, well, ramp's open, and we just see a player like walk into ramp with the Deagle, taking down JW on rotation. That flick is ridiculous. And poor Magisk, but it doesn't matter. Device gets a free AWP off the back of that kill onto JW. It seemed like he wasn't ready for a player to be so close. And Astralis, with a low economy round, win it off the back of that vent dive. And I say dive, more like sneak, because as you said, he crept down that ladder. And whether Crims knew it or not, he was sneaking down to maybe go down and check. Little did he know, there was already a man waiting for him. A good start for Astralis, so they are in control. The money back in their favor, and sending a message to Fnatic as this buy comes through.
Well, JW's crossed over to red. That is always a little bit scary for me. Magisk. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't love it, but you know, JW certainly does. Let's see. Will he get rewarded for his patience? Like Magisk is. Oh, there we go. He saw him. He saw him that time. What, sixth time is a charm, and there it is, the wombo combo from Magisk. Nade and a headshot. That's all you need. Man advantage taken now for Astralis. 5-on-4, and Device still waiting back here in the lobby. flusha going aggressive and looking to get stuck in. It's just a lobby crunch from fnatic in response to this. Now, oh, they're going to catch Device looking the wrong way, and Brolin finds himself another. Wow. Lobby gets reclaimed by fnatic, and that is a really nice way of, like, you know, you lose a man outside, okay, they've taken outside, we'll take something else. They crunch into lobby. That late in the round, Astralis just weren't expecting it. That normally happens right out of the gate. And so now Astralis going for a last-ditch attempt into this B site. The molly is well timed. And so they will get in, they will have a chance to get this bomb down. Yeah,
fnatic is still waiting for lurk players or someone still on that top site because, you know, Astralis have been all over the map at all times and they're a bit late to be. That molly cuts off Brolin's vent rotation. It's going to be ramp, heavy ramp indeed from 3 as flusha comes in on this long flank with the MP9. S-Tag pushed up close. Astralis a man down in the post plant, but using the bomb as an extra player. 2 flashes, not really focused on that, more about the gunfights. Already CT's out ramp. S-Tag's going to hear this and comment across, but they surely will check dark. Brolin goes for it. The AK is immediately going to get a headshot, and dupreeh in the blink of an eye is in a clutch. A 1-on-3. Crim's caught. Quick kill. Now flusha running him down with the SMG through the air. dupreeh with a double, and the tap on the bomb might force the fight from dupreeh. He goes out wide, and Golden's going to win it, but no time, no kit. It's an Astralis round nonetheless. Great work from dupreeh. He wins the 1-on-3. Look at this. This was sick from Magisk.
Whoop. I love it.
Bada bing,
I love it.
Bada boom.
And so now, you know, the money's broken for fnatic. Astralis, they are in the driver's seat, and a tactical timeout even called on in. They've already used 2 of them in this game. So, you know, kind of setting the tone. Like, I feel like you can always tell how much team pressure is under by how many tac pauses they've used. Some teams are very proactive with it, but I wouldn't necessarily say I always had fnatic pegged as that team, right? Like, it feels like they use them when they feel they have to, and right now it is starting to feel that way. Look at Magisk talking away, really, like, taking some leadership during this tac pause. I like that from him. Keeping the rest of the squad informed. fnatic, what have they come up with in this little timeout? They've made a decision to go for a force buy here. That's an interesting decision to make. You know, if they take an eco now, they're buying up in this next round. It's not like they were in like a double eco situation. So they have put a lot on the line here. And this is something that really feels like it could make or break this CT half for the Swedes.
Yeah, but if there's any team that can do it with pistols, it would be fnatic. JW dropped into the vents early. Won't let them get behind him, but ooh, is he ready for how close Magisk is? Now he will be. The nade going through, and JW backs up further, but already tagged up heavy. He's actually got another rotate in the form of Golden coming through from the ramp side. So 2 lower players. He looks like he wants to go through. Magisk reloads. Ooh, JW almost finding the timing, but Magisk backs up and lives to fight another day. Astralis waiting in the lobby, this time a little more aware of what could be an aggressive push from fnatic as it has been in the past. Crim's getting killed on that A site. Brolin getting spammed, but nothing connecting. And flusha dinks Device for 6 damage through the wall. KW's going to push up, and trades are good for Astralis as they should be against low economy buys. Bubsky late picking up the bomb, and Brolin, ooh, he could cause a bit of a ruckus here. He's going to actually beat the timing for S-Tag coming back into the lobby, and now they have no idea where he's gotten up to. Unfortunately for him, that bomb is already wrapped around the silo. He's got the right idea, he's just a few seconds late to the party, and he has to make noise if he wants to go silo, so it's going to be a creep down the ladder and back into the lobby. Still kills up for grabs, though.
If I'm S-Tag, I'm so worried. There it is. There's the peak from Brolin. AK retrieved, and now can he do something? It was a 1v3, turn 1v2. Bubsky and Magisk at this A site trying to hold the line. Brolin, he's going to give this a go. These are the rounds that he is made for, it feels like. But it's not an easy opposition. There's one, but the double swing. bo3 and Magis playing for the contact. They get what they were looking for, and they dish out some of the same.
It does feel like Astralis, like this team right now, is looking very much on the same page, as you would hope so, right? You know, double peaking that 2v1 immediately. S-Tag has been really good at getting control, even when, you know, sometimes going down to the garage, but we've been seeing him wrap heaven, we've been seeing him drop main very far, so, you know, doing the roles that often leave you dead first, but when they don't, he's been wrapping that A site quite well. So, yeah, Astralis in control. This is an excellent T side. JW back on the Zeus. We've seen it before, and we'll see it again. Magis is running down B, and he's going to meet the Taser around the corner.
Oh, JW, come on, let's go. Let's get it. bo3 with a double kill. Actually, that might change the aim of the game. Oh, no, JW! Magiska's got his running shoes on, and he leaps over the top of it. Now, you know, he doesn't have the eyes in the back of his head, so he didn't know that Crims was there, but this should be the end of Crims' little resurgence at ramp, and indeed it is. Astralis, they take themselves an 8th round. Reinvestment going to come back through for fnatic, but it's lacking that AWP on JW. It's rifles out across the board, and unless Crims buys one, they don't have a kit either.
Yeah, man, bo3's looking great individually. Like, that's obviously no surprise. There's a reason he was picked up from the Bad Lions roster. He's been a huge talking point for so long, and yeah, it's great to see him on this team.
I imagine nothing feels better than stopping JW from JWing you.
Yeah.
As much of a tongue twister as that is to say. So Magic is feeling good right now. Maybe not. Maybe actually he regrets every decision he's ever made. Golden, I think, knows.
Ooh, this feet. Yeah.
The smoke bug as well just looked like it flickered around, and so they knew he was still there. bo3's gotten down the vents again. How's he done this? He does it every time. bo3's like a ghost. He just disappears, he appears, it's horrible.
Oh, they're ready for it. flusha is keeping an eye on those windows on B, so at least aware of the possibility, considering it lost fnatic around to pistols. But bo3's not going for the traditional wrap. He's coming back up through Secret. Golden, with his eyes trained, but his shot not connecting, and bo3's going to take that kill right back as Device dies. So a 4-on-4 for Astralis, with still Magisk low. He's still trying to cross outside, but Crims has taken up the position that Astralis might think is clear, because they did just kill Golden here.
Ooh, Crims, this is not a nice place to be. Magis does move in. Brolin, they've seen him, but he shuts down the burst. Oh, and a follow-up. Brolin, maybe again. dupreeh does at least get the trade, and we're into this 1v1. dupreeh versus flusha. Molotov into heaven to really sell this A play, and flusha, the longer he waits, the more of the fool he becomes. dupreeh gets the bomb down at B, and it's going to dawn a little too late on flusha.
Ooh.
Now realizing exactly what's happened, he drops down through heaven in towards ramp. dupreeh is holding the vents, and this is something that works brilliantly for dupreeh. The bomb is planted for Decon. So, you know, the more time that he just waits in the vents, the better, really, because flusha's got so many angles to clear. Smoke on the bomb, he doesn't have a kit. Door swings wide, flusha's off of it. dupreeh moving in. Here's the footsteps, out of ammo. This is a little bit messy, and they do get the kill. It's still going to be close. I don't think flusha's got this, but actually,
I think he does.
Oh, no, I think he might.
No,
I was right. You made me doubt myself, Hugo, and for that, I could probably never repay you. But 9 on the
me.
board for Astralis.
Yeah, I mean, very messy for dupreeh, but like he doesn't know if flusha has a kit or not, right? So he has to spray, he has to do something, and just living in the smoke with his knife out for a couple more seconds is all the time he needs. Yeah, I don't have the music kit on, Harry. Sadly, I guess I'm off. But hey, Astralis, they're back on the board, 9-4. This is a great T side, and with 5 rounds in a row, fnatic, they've got some answers to bestow. Another rifle round coming through with no AWP for the likes of JW. Astralis go back to this outside control that's been so prolific for them. Brolin's pushed lobby, but that's a sweaty spot. Bubsky is ready for the lobby push from the most off angle you can find. And JW, aggressive in the secret, will actually get traded by Magis. There's still another man outside that they're not aware of. Take a look at Golden, who's waiting in the garage. He drops S-tag on that cross, but Dupree has heaven. Crims comes out to assist, makes some noise. Dupree sends him packing, and he'll double down to flusher in Hellside as well. They know where Golden is, and although he has the bomb, they've got him trapped like an animal in a cage. Magix with the Molotov. Golden wins the fight, and now Dupree, full health versus 30. Golden's going to swing for the engagement. He tries to use the smoke from the grenade to help him, but if anything, it's a hindrance, and Astralis will take 10. Very, very close for Fnatic, but close is not good enough. Especially when you're broke.
With Bubsky just then, you know, I imagine like when they were trying to hire him, they were like, look, we have plenty of stars. We're looking for the inverse of that. And so Bubsky's like, oh, you mean rats? And that's what he's looked to become, right? Like shuts it down in just the most horrific of places.
Yeah. That's not a spot you're checking as a CT clearing lobby. Like a book. Ooh, device, creepy crawly through the smokes. It's tagged down low, but Magis is drawing most of the attention. Fnatic don't really want a lot to do with this one, considering how favorably these outside fights have gone for Astralis so far. Flushes above the boxes, but falls off, and Bubsky does the same. JW inside of the lobby. It almost feels like Fnatic's position in this map so far, but getting that kill and getting out alive, he actually crosses towards the ramp side. Golden again in garage, and Astralis are moving. As the smoke fades, there's going to be some spraying commencing.
One, but that's it. Just one. One and done. Brolin hidden. No one checks this ever, by the way. Brolin gets that one for free. And Magis gets shot in the back as well. It's 5-10. Astralis still with one hell of a lead at the end of the first half of play on the old home stomping ground of Nuke. Join us after a quick break, because there's still more Counter-Strike to come. So don't you go anywhere, because I'll know about it.
Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Rudely awake and quite undertaken. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I know I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody, even you's an enemy. Brutally awake and quite undertaken. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to get drunk alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up, cause I can't spend another day like this. Another type of caked up breakup, where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I know I need you now, cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. If I am so wrong and so gone, miserable, won't you stick around just for some be visible? But you don't know, you don't care. Leave me to suffer, erase all the doubt. Pouring Jack in my mouth, in a love with enough of the pain and the drug.
Well, that's Counter-Strike you smell in the air. It's the ESL One Cologne here as we get ready to head in to the second half of fnatic taking on Astralis, the Swedes versus the Danes. And right now, the Danes are leading the charge.
Yeah, it's kind of what many of us expected, but a 10-round T-side, now that is dominant stuff. Let's see if Astralis can keep it up or if fnatic will bounce back with this pistol round. They got a good bit of utility. Astralis are on the full armor. They ain't thinking about the post-plants. They won't let fnatic get a bomb down, or at least they hope. Might not be that easy, though. du3 walking towards the hut. Brolin is already in position, but tucked up is du3, not wanting to play too aggressive as they wait for fnatic to come to them. And it will be a full A execute. Late delay, smokes come through towards main. Couple of rafters men as well. du3 catches the first man out the hut. Magis falls in off the top with 3. Disgusting stuff. A heavy A side setup for Astralis. And Magis just body blocks du3, takes all the bullets and fires off all the correct ones as well, killing 3 fnatic players. Doesn't get much better than that one, huh, Harry?
Not at all, man. I'm so happy that this is what we're seeing. Like, you know, Astralis, they've been through some turbulent stuff, and you know, it's like when your ship is sinking, you're not bothered about looking to find the perfect materials to plug those holes. You put in whatever you can in that place to stop it from going down. And then once you get back to port and you've had some time, then you bring in the real stuff, right? And that's what I think we have now. This is like an Astralis that can do damage, even though it's not the Astralis we know and love, at least with 2 of these players, right? Taking a look at this one, this is just blocks here for fnatic. It's just going to be a slaughter. It shouldn't be anything else. JW is like trying to get cheeky, but they don't give him any room. 12 rounds for Astralis. fnatic now coming in with the buy.
It looks like Astralis are having a lot of fun with it, which you know is obviously super important if you want to perform well. If you're not enjoying playing with your teammates and having a laugh alongside, then you know there's gonna eventually implode. But I mean, it's easy to be smiley and happy when you're 12-5 up against fnatic. But yeah, hey, it's there. It's there right now. 12-5, fnatic with a buy, and we've still got the bonus from Astralis. They will buy up an orb around the SMG's device. What have you got for us, bud? Where are you going with that one? He's going to sit safe towards CT. S-Tag takes the spot in main. And fnatic, they're going to be walking outside. They've got grenades going, but no smokes, looking to take fights. Maybe they don't expect the orb in round number 3 of the half, but when you're against Astralis, you've got to expect the unexpected. Hello?
Device isn't content with just one. He's looking to get stuck in, and this reposition, getting aggressive from the passive lie outside is something that fnatic, I don't think will be ready for, but I'd love to be proven wrong. It's Golden waiting over towards red, and let's see if he can kind of piece together what's... I mean, I would hate to be Golden right now. Like, everyone else has left. You're all alone. And they are throwing some utility to try and get Golden out of danger. It's like, Golden's like, please, guys, literally anything. Any smokes you have, just get me out of here. And he might be able to get away with the outside smokes going in. Still trapped behind red. He's going to stick around and look for the fight here outside. Missed shot from Device. And so Golden, that nade almost finishing the job. It's a ramp play from the rest of fnatic, but they haven't cleared out S-Tag. The Org doesn't deliver the kill onto Flusher, but it does bring him down low. Bubsky, UMP in a dream, and there it is. The double kill at ramp. AK retrieved, and Golden coming in far too late to make much of a difference. 1v4, 25 seconds left. This is all building up to what should be a 13th round for Astralis.
Yeah, Bubsky keen to close it out. But playing smart, playing safe, dropping the flash and going for his escape. It's Golden looking to chase down anything he can. And unfortunately, Astralis might even kill him after time. That just looks ready to drop the hat, but it's not going to happen. And Golden feels like he will be able to get out alive. A small victory in a sea of losses. Astralis 13-5. And I mean, that just means Golden doesn't take any money into the next round. So fnatic probably just have to eco around this 1 AK, few deagles, as they wait for 14 to hit them in the face, as it were. Nice hold from Bubsky. S-Tag, right? Like, you know, he could have got 2 there, but the fact that he kills 1 and damages the other just sets Bubsky up for success, right? That SMG mows through the first player. The second player's on 10 points of health, and so it's no issue to clean it up. And now Astralis wielding AKs into this as well. It's only getting worse for fnatic. They are actually going to force buy into this one. So, Yeah, this is going to leave them with no full rifle rounds left, unless they want to, give away 15 and potentially play for OT. I'm of course assuming that they don't win this force buy, but maybe that's the wrong assumption. We'll have to see. But with Device hitting AWP shots and 4 rifles around that, this is looking like the Astralis we know and love.
Fast A plate, fnatic going to try and get JW down the vent, but he never survives the journey. It's a sad sight indeed when JW can't get down the vents. And now that man advantage taken, Golden has a chance here, and there it is, 4-on-4 given back over, but quick as it can, the trade comes in from S-Tag, Dupree, another, and looking for a little bit more. Stay away from Dupree's A bomb site. He puts up 2, he leaves it on Brolin, and Bobski's there to lock it in. This is a dangerous looking Astralis. This is, this is fnatic they're up against. Now, admittedly, right, we're coming off the back of some time away, but still, like, fnatic, they were in really good form. They briefly claimed that #1 spot in the world, if you remember back at like the Pro League RTR kind of time period. And this was a team that had been looking really deadly. Right now, they are getting made such quick work of by Astralis. It is a terrifying sight indeed, Hugo.
Yeah, fnatic beat Astralis in EPL and RTR, both online as well. So, like, this is a huge resurgence, a huge recovery, and I imagine Astralis are feeling extremely motivated with this new roster. The results are showing. And will they push it over the line? fnatic, they're half buying. They've put some money in, but they're also saving for an actual gun round against 15. It's not a pretty picture, but at least they're going to have a rifle round. Not the best nade, but no problem, no worry. Flush is out ramp. There's no one here. There's no one watching it. And so that's a lot of room being gifted over. Bubski's holding B, but that means he can start to wrap Hellside and potentially kill Device. Magisk is shooting from above, but no one's even looking at this one. Oh dear, he fell on his head. Oh, the Deagle, it's not going to be great after firing a few shots, and Device turns round, but only to die to the Galil of Brolin. S-Tag out from Secret, out from lower, and in for a double. It's going to be the A site gone here for Astralis as fnatic take control, but are they ready for the ramp wrap? This position was supposedly open.
Oh dear. Oh dear, Crims. Oh no, he's gone. Bobski looking for the last man. It's just Golden left. Tech9 and a Dream trying to keep fnatic afloat in this series. Whoa. Oh, it's not pretty.
Tech9.
Now here's something that's really cool. For S-Tag and Bobski, this was a 2-on-4. If you remember, in round number 3, they secured that 2-on-5 between the two of them to keep it in favor of Astralis. Well, here, 2v4 up against weapons in the hands of fnatic. They're able to get it done again. These two new players certainly making a bit of an impression here in their inaugural game of Counter-Strike for Astralis.
Hell of a debut. Hell of a debut. 15-5, Harry. This one's as good as done. fnatic, they've got a full buy round. They've got everything they need in this one, right? Bomb plant off the back of actually saving some money in the previous. But, that's about the only positive I can turn around to is the fact that they have a chance. The chance is up against 15. And at a moment's notice, after just a couple of well-placed shots, this game could be over and we could be heading to trade.
Whoop. Device, here it is. Oh, and another. Come on. Why stop at 2? Why stop at 2? That's the question you got to ask yourself. You got 2, there's more. There's like 3, there's 4. Who knows? Maybe even a 5th. Device waiting around. Has S-Tag nearby. Now, Brolin will best his teammate Device. A hop, skip, and a jump, but he just about gets out of danger. Still a threat, still a nuisance with this AWP outside. Molotov going to rain on in. Device. Oh, the Flame Walker. Somehow he is unscathed by the Molotov. And now looking to get his money's worth out of this AWP. Still floating around outside. Brolin ready and waiting for it. But that's when Magis swings and secures it with a double. Flusher 1v3. A lot to do. And Magis swings wide. Puts him in the ground. And it's Astralis 16-5. Oh boy, the Danes looking like they're back if Nuke was anything to go by. They go 1-0 up in this series after taking their map pick. Train is just round the corner though, so don't go anywhere.
small fire. Half glass and filled with desire. Head down, but I know I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar. That I've been told I'm gonna paint a new reality. It doesn't take a lot to turn a person into gold. Yeah, I've been getting good at alchemy. And you can stay inside in the dark, but without it you want to let go. And when you're done with hiding and you wanna have control, you and I can find a perfect fantasy. Stepped out looking like a small fire. Half glass and filled with desire. Head down, but no, I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar.
Up, 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 1,000 miles of luck. Don't look down, we made it. Feet far off the pavement, and we go up, up, up. 1,000 miles of luck. We stay understated. Pressure feels amazing. Just the dust, just the sand. Just emotional.
Welcome back to ESL One Cologne, powered by Intel. And they might have a new look, but it's still the same old Astralis DNA that we know and we absolutely love, Hugo. And it was a new look on Nuke, and yet it was really, really impressive, as we'd expect from the Danes.
Yeah, that was like not even like an Astralis game on Nuke, right? Like they've clearly done some work. They've clearly come in with a bit of a fresh style. And just, we were talking about this just off camera, but the amount of individual talent in this team is incredible, right? You take out Glaive and Zipnix, two of the best players to ever grace Counter-Strike. You throw in some younger, less experienced players, at least at this level, in Bubsky and S-Tag, and boy, did they hold their own. A 2v5 in round 3, a 2v4 almost to close or to get map point at least. You know, Device hitting his orb shots, everyone looking great. Astralis, they're just spanking fnatic today.
Harry, you surprised it wasn't close? Because at first it seemed like, well, fnatic, they're pulling things back. JW, he's getting a Zeus kill. Brilliant. Right, strap yourselves in, lads. And then they just disappeared. That motivation they were lacking seemed to just ebb away as Astralis gained round after round after round.
Yeah, being real, Frankie, I was kind of anticipating that this would be a pretty one-sided affair for Astralis just because of like what this means to the players in the server, right? Like, I imagine that the three-man core that's left were kind of sick and tired of winning and wanted to try and develop something new. Sorry, of losing, rather. And I'm just so used to saying Astralis are winning.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine that they were kind of sick and tired of that and they wanted to try and reinvent themselves a bit. Like, Magis wants chance to show, like, I'm not just a copycat glaive. Like, I'm someone who can make the calls, and I can still put up the numbers, and I can bring something unique to this squad. And then you look at S-Tag and Bubsky, well, man, like, this is probably, like, one of the biggest opportunities you're going to be given. And even if, like, say a year passes from now and they don't even have a permanent slot in the team, well, I think that would be a big shame. This is your chance to, like, advertise yourself with one of the best teams, if not the best team to have ever graced Counter-Strike. So you take that every single time. I bet they've been putting in the hours. It showed in the server. They're looking to be malleable. They're looking to be pliable. You can put them wherever you need to, and they're going to give you the results. And that's what's so good about these two players.
Yeah, I don't think these two players are going anywhere as long as the results continue to look like that. And Fnatic, you gotta be wondering, like, if I'm in Fnatic's team right now, I'm just emo after that game, because not only do Astralis come into this matchup knowing exactly what to expect from Fnatic, right? Obviously, we've had the player break, we've had some time for everyone to kind of, reform their team, but Astralis, they've played these guys for years. They know what to expect. Fnatic, they have no idea what to expect coming into this game. Like, what have Bubsky and S-Tag been doing? What is Magic calling? We don't know. So it's like for Fnatic, you're walking into the dark. You don't really have a clue. And, well, they figured out the hard way. Boy, it's not pretty.
Well, Fnatic, they've said that their online style, they're finding it hard to make the transition because everyone's being stupid, everyone's pushing during online, everyone's trying to be JW, and it's taken them by surprise. And yet when they're at the opposite end of the spectrum and they're playing against a team that isn't doing that, that's actually playing clever, calculated Counter-Strike, they can't cope with it either. So I just don't know how they're going to find the middle ground, Harry.
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges that's going to face a lot of, like, top teams, right? Is, like, keeping the consistency up online, especially with, like, changes being made to other teams, right? And coming off the back of the player break, I feel like if there ever was a time for Fnatic to be struggling, it is right now, as opposed to, like, in a few months' time. I think they're going to have to, like, build back up and kind of realize that maybe over this month where some teams have taken things easy and are still looking to run the same strats as before the player break, others, like Astralis, have made very sweeping and apparent changes, and so that just, that's not going to work anymore. I don't think this Fnatic that we saw today, or at least in Nuke, is going to be representative of the Fnatic that we have, either at the rest of Cologne or, say, like a month from now, right? I think that they will build back into this, but I do agree, like, that was very, very dominant, and I did want to see more from the Swedes. Even though I thought Astralis would take it, I didn't think it would be that one-sided.
Well, we have an opportunity to see more from the Swedes because we're about to head to Astralis' map pick of Train, and we know the Swedes can play it, so stick with us and we'll find out if they can find their motivation going to the second map after the break.
Hello everybody, welcome to this kind of new segment that I'd like to introduce to you. It's the DHL CSGO quiz. Now you can win up to €1,000 of prizes, and there's going to be daily giveaways for the people, or rewards you may call it, just by entering this. It works pretty simple and straightforward. Exclamation mark DHL, drop in the chat, then you type A, B, C or D behind it. That's it. Super smooth, easy and simple. Which team won ESL One Cologne 2019? Was it A, Fnatic, B, Team Liquid, C, Team Vitality, or D, FaZe Clan?
Intel Gamer Days is on now. Whether you're looking to buy or build, now is a great time to upgrade. Get limited time offers and giveaways from top names in PC gaming. Unleash elite gaming performance with systems featuring new 10th gen Intel Core processors, and bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game optimizations for a mightier PC experience. Act now. Intel Gamer Days is only here for a limited time.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Smix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just faster than you. Look into my eyes. I'm not afraid. Take over my mind till it fades. Like a medicine, it keeps me safe. This neon lights lead the way. Ain't got time for small talk. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just faster than you. Faster than you. I tell you the truth. I'm faster than you. I'ma tell you the truth. Not in it to lose, just faster than you. I tell you the truth. Just faster than you. Just faster than you.
She doesn't have the time, always talks about all the other guys. Will I ever understand? Without her, it's not fair, I need you back. No more crying at the end, I'll do it again. I told you I was lonely and I think it out my head. And even when I told you I loved you, I hope I do. I know I do.
ESL One Cologne Online is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, DHL, and GGBet.
Welcome back to ESL One Cologne, powered by Intel. We're into our second map of Astralis versus Fnatic. We're going to Fnatic's map pick of Train. But first of all, I need to tell you the answer to our first DHL drop question, because I think it was quite an easy one to start us off with. The answer was, of course, Team Liquid won ESL One Cologne 2019. To be honest, the answer I want to know is what the hell does Tweede eat to get his arms as big as my head, Hugo? But that's maybe a debate for another time. We're going to have another DHL drop tomorrow, so there's going to be loads more chances to win during ESL One Cologne. So never leave us during that break. So that's a lesson for you all. We are going to head into this map, boys. I can hear that music. It's a coming, Harry, our second train of the day. Can fnatic push forward and take us to our third map? We're going to find out.
Ooh, look at that, man. We got Dupree, we got the fan cams, and we've got a great game as well. Like, it gets better and better. Astralis, fnatic, Train, bo3, S-Tag, these are all words that bring me a lot of joy, and alongside me, I've got a man who also brings me some joy, Hugo B. Byron.
How are you doing? Yes, indeed, Harry. We're getting into the action. It's fnatic, it's Astralis, and boy, oh boy, is this Danish roster looking dirty as ever. Those are some really dirty shots. Missing more than maybe you would hope, but Dupree, he doesn't miss. 2 shots, 2 heads, and he's going to move in for a little bit more as the bombs dropped on the floor, picked back up by Golden, but Dupree's getting spotted close, E-Box. He's even getting wrapped, and no team support. They're coming in through the connector. They're hoarding over the A site, and S-Tag and bo3 combine for a killer piece. It's going to be JW lurking in through B, but he needs to sneak, because they are going to hear him.
Here he goes, knife out. He's ready, man. JW got the talent out. Little Velociraptor on the wrap round. Let's see what he's able to get done. Is he going to be the clever girl we're hoping for? Well, this one. Ooh, S-Tag goes, and now a USP retrieved. 3 points of health, though. That's all he's got to play with. And JW lines up the first man. Nade goes in. Maybe that's good enough to do the damage, but bo3 is nearby, ready and raring to go. It's Astralis getting that pistol round locked in, and already with Dupree lining up shots like that over towards main, I am a little bit worried as for the fate of fnatic in this series.
Yeah, I think it's a safe assumption, right? Like, no matter how this series goes, I do agree with what you said earlier, Harry, which I don't think, like, this is going to be the litmus test for fnatic. I think they're going to show us a lot more in this tournament, or at least I hope they are. I just think Astralis right now are in their honeymoon period for sure. And boy, are they looking good while they do it. A long holiday, a month off. But Astralis, they didn't have it off. They have been grinding in the server, cracking through the days. Double grenade into main. We'll find Golden first. Roland gets his dig out and looks for a pick, but Astralis aren't really offering up too much. Might as well fall away from that one. Head towards inner. 2 players sit their device. Oh, it's a pistol round repeat. He's coming back in with the USP, but Crims wants nothing to do with it. And fnatic are just playing with their food. Feels like Astralis, they're the hungry ones right now, though. Looking to take a big bite out of this eco. As fnatic yet to make up their mind. Looking like they're going to regroup back towards A. At the bare minimum, this is at least leaving 2 players on B for Astralis, but you know, when you have Glocks and 1 Deagle handed over to Flusher, it's not really, you know, it's not really going to change all too much. This should not even be a contest. fnatic are just stalling it out as long as they can.
Oh, something's happening now. Magisk. Something is happening now. Magisk gets 4, and that's the second round for Astralis. It's nice, it's clean, it's everything we wanted it to be. fnatic coming in with their reinvestment here and now. It is going to be lacking an AWP, but that's not the end of the world, right? It's all well and good. You've got the AKs, you've got pretty much everything you need. Anything's better than 3 Glocks and a Deagle anyway.
Especially AKs. They're coming out in high supply. Not a lot of grenades, but fnatic looking to go fast. bo3 even quicker. He took the spawn into the pop dog and mows down 2 as they come down the ladder slowly, but not surely at all. fnatic in a very compromised spot. Magisk is even going to spam the smoke for the next. And the only saving grace is that JW is out of main, but Astralis are not only all over A, but also on a flank as well. bo3 looking to put the final bullet in the back of the Crims's head, but Magisk gets there first through the smoke. Of course he does. JW, this spot now less useful, especially with that flank. bo3 going to clean it up. AK is getting given over to Astralis, and they've got 3 of them in round number 4, plus the AWP on Device, who's yet to even get a kill. We're waiting for that, though. He's got all the time in the world.
fnatic always waiting in Olaf, never waiting for Olaf. Those were the days. But yeah, it's a third round for Astralis, and a very, very clean one at that. Really, like, that was an incredibly dominant rifle round. Like, you know, everyone's had AK upgrades now as well. Device is donning the AWP. This is scary already, and we're 3 rounds in. Now 4 as this one begins and ticks on over. It's going to be a B play from fnatic with how things look right now. You've got JW. He can either try and sell a fake or come in a little bit later and try and rotate through CT to play around this bomb. So jury's kind of out as to how fnatic want to play this one. A lot of that's just going to come down to JW himself. And he'll now peel away from Ivy, making just a bit of noise. So they use him to do that, to keep these players inside of the A site. Astralis playing very passively over towards B. S-Tag used to play over here in some of his former teams, so I was hoping we were going to see more from him, but he gets degged out right away. Device tags Flusher, but not the killing blow. Another tag for Device. Is this a scout? Yeah. Oh. All right, Hugo, mate. We're on a bit of a lag there between one another. Almost dropped the ball, and Golden, holding inside of the site, does get mopped up by bo3. We're into a 3-on-3. Flusher up here has Crims alongside him.
Ooh, they're on it, sticking on the smoke. Oh, there's a quick trade. They actually take him off the bomb as well. JW firing off through the smoke to take down Magisk. This eco could go better than expected, and du3, he needs to get on that defuse before the smoke fades. Crims is playing from the top, but the shot's not connecting. Oh dear, it's a full defuse. The kill is there, but it won't make a damn difference. AK saved, but the round picked up. It's Astralis going 4-0. I like that from fnatic, right? They make it work. They make it close. They do everything except win the round. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't bode well when Astralis are keeping up their streak. Yeah, and to note, again, I've brought this up before, but I'm gonna do it for those who weren't listening, at home. Last 2 times fnatic played Astralis at EPL and at RTR, they won twice. That being fnatic beat them twice in a 3-map series. Those were with, oh, bo3, come on, buddy. You did it last time. Don't do it again. A double mow down in the pop dog. Things just get better and better by the second.
Last-ditch attempt into B, but du3 has already taken up position in pop. He can come in on a fast flank in through the back line, and they don't really know as to his whereabouts right now. This does leave S-Tag alone over towards the B side of the map, but with these players already tagged up, I'm really looking at Brolin there. They're going to struggle to get on in. They need this kill, and they need it pretty cleanly if fnatic want a chance in this round.
Here come the cavalry filtering out onto this B bomb site. That molly's going to slow him down. They might have to push the smoke, and S-Tag is ready if that does go down. Brolin deep indeed, but a quick trade from S-Tag, who's already inside of the site, will find him. du3, fast flank. Crims turns around. Oh dear, the spray. What a transfer. Crims double checks it. He looks back, he looks away, and then he realizes what he just saw. But it's all too little, and it's all too late. Bomb plant denied, and the round will follow. Astralis up to 5. Dear, oh dear, this team is terrifying.
It's an interesting one with fnatic because what it took them to get out their 2019 slump was the fact that they needed to change players. When fnatic just lose all ideas, lose motivation, it takes a lot more than winning a couple of series to bring them back. And I'm seriously concerned about this team now. Even though it is only the first series that they're playing here at ESL One Cologne, it seems to not bode well for this team.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I hope this isn't the, what we're going to see from fnatic this tournament, right? I do hope also that this is exactly what we continue to see from Astralis. So, we'll find out, I guess, as we move into Cologne, whether this is just the trial by fire for fnatic or, if they're underperforming, who knows?
Well, we do know that you're absolutely heartless, Hugo.
Yeah, I guess.
We're learning some things today.
Nothing's changed. Is Bubsky going to kill 2 in the pop dog? Let's find out.
We've even got this double AWP as well. Still looking deadly. And this time Bubsky isn't in pop, he's holding it from E-Box, so doesn't seem likely for him to get another. Actually, he's moving closer, he's looking like he wants to go in, so you know what, I don't want to tempt fate here for Bubsky in this position again. Ooh, Flusher. I don't know, man. Like, the history here is not great between the attempts at Pop Dog and the success at Pop Dog. Bubsky's had enough. He's looking to expand his horizons. Flash into main and Brolin gets bested. Bubsky finding it. He is all over Train. He's going to set dupreeh up in pop. He moves in now. This bomb is still back outside of main. Device has finally put a kill up on the board. He has 6 assists, by the way. He's just been legging everyone with the AWP. A second kill for Device. Flusher in with 1. This B site may be opened up if Flusher's able to make a bit of a stand here, but that bomb is so far away. Although, that said, like, Flusher's done what he was meant to do in this round. He's kind of throwing the whole hold into disarray by showing his hand over at the B site. Crim's now in main, creeping in towards A, while Flusher still trying to sell this B fake. Magisk here with the AWP, gonna shut him down, and this leaves Crims in a very, very rough spot indeed.
Is it ever going to get easier? Probably not. Crims, one fight to find is Bubsky in con side. He's going to get it. Plot can come through, but dupreeh is running up the halls to try and get down Pop Dog. He won't be able to stop the plant, but they will be able to just chase him from all 3 positions. dupreeh immediately fights the second he can, and that's going to be the fight that wins Astralis the round. Device getting 2, as you say, finally getting on the board with something more than an assist. And it's got to feel good that Astralis can go 5-0 up on Train, on the CT side, while Device is 0-3. Of course, that's not going to last for long with him now finding a couple of kills. fnatic with a bomb plant are able to buy up moving forward. JW can afford the AWP without head armor, but he'll go back to the AK instead. And this is a great beginning for Astralis on fnatic's map pick as well. I don't think there's any map that is going to be easy for them on.
This is why I thought it was Astralis' map pick. I completely forgot it was Nuke. Because any map apart from Mirage that's Astralis' to lose.
Yeah, it's nice to have that feeling, you know, starting to creep back in, because, you know, during the snappy Yugi kind of timeline for this Astralis squad, it didn't, and even towards the end of like Glaive and Zipnix before they took their break, Astralis did start to feel vulnerable again, right? So it's nice for a team where any kind of like pressure of being removed was basically absolved just on the back of their constant results and even little drops, you know, you were never that worried. It's kind of nice to see them pressured and having to adapt to a new environment. Like, they were never going to make changes just out of the blue. So it's a nice way for us to see, well, what would this 3-man core of Astralis look like had they ever made changes? So now we have fnatic stacking up outside of B in this round. It's S-Tag and it's Device to try and hold the line. JW is once again an Ivy. This is how they played that Deagle round earlier on. And so they're going to throw this utility in towards B. JW is meant to keep players at the A site. Device is here to help S-Tag out. He tries to get ahead of the molly, and oh, Golden. B-hop into the bomb site, takes the head off of S-Tag. Bomb now planted in a 4-on-4. Definitely a chance for fnatic to find their first round here and now.
Yeah, without a doubt, the lack of utility, however, could be a bit of a problem. They need to win gunfights, and you don't want to be the first to go wide and to take a peek into waiting AWPs. 2 of them still standing at the back of the site. There's the flank. JW gone. Bubsky sees the feet, but Golden finds the head, and dupreeh needs to get this kill quickly, but Flusher won't let it happen. Golden spraying and praying, but it's Device with a quick shot, and they can just get on this bomb. Magisk needs cover. He's already sticking it. He's got a kid as well, but his head is poking up through. Maybe he should have crouched on that one, and it's going to be fnatic's first round. Finally getting something on the board. Flusher should survive, and he will just about. So yeah, I think imagine, well, the smoke firstly was on the ground, and like the bomb was on top of the train, but maybe if he crouched he would have been a little more hidden, but that's an easy spray anyway for Flusher. Flusher spraying smokes. He doesn't see smokes, so, you know, there's no problem there. And winning that clutch for fnatic is huge as well, especially considering how late that flank from dupreeh was. Like, most teams wouldn't expect that, but fnatic very aware, especially with this double AWP for Astralis. I also wanted to talk about, even though they lost the round, how proactive Astralis are being in the early round on this A bomb site. There are two ways to play Train as a T. You either like want to play out those spawns, right? Drop pop quickly and run out main, which Fnatic have tried and it's gone very badly for them. Or obviously just slow down, group up, go for either a B execute or split A from 3 different positions. Well, when Fnatic aren't running out A immediately into Bubsky, Astralis are extremely proactive. They're double nading main, they're smoking deep main, they're flashing each other into pop, into T-Con, and they're just getting a lot of information, a lot of map control early, and what that's doing is freeing up these rotations towards B. They were very ready for that B hit. They'd already cleared out every position on the A site, so it's nice to see Astralis not just sitting back and waiting, but neither are Fnatic. They're running right out into the yard.
Yeah, JW with the opener, Brolin alongside him, and oh, look at this, Fnatic have roared to life here in this round. Bubsky, what can he do? From inside the site, he's getting pressured from everywhere. Flash goes in, but he goes down, and it's Brolin besting him in the head-to-head. S-Tag is left, having to rotate into a 1v4. It's never going to happen. Fnatic and all the excitement, they forgot the bomb, they go back, they grab it, and that plant's going to come on in. S-Tag hasn't had a lot of fun in this game yet. Like, he's still waiting patiently. It's not the same as Nuke, where him and Bubsky, they had their chance early on to show what was up. You know, I think I always figured that S-Tag within this squad over on Train would be playing this B anchor role. And it's kind of sucked for him thus far. Like, whenever they've come B, the Fnatic's utility has been really, really good, and he struggled to have much done. And now in this round, when they lose A, everyone dies so quickly that S-Tag doesn't even get to play the round. That can always be a bit of a problem, especially for like a newer player within a team, because I feel like it's good to keep them warmed up, especially for when that second half eventually does roll around, because it is inevitable. You do have to play it, and if your whole experience has been dying immediately on B or saving in an A retake, you go into that second half kind of like a huge diss. So let's keep an eye on that one.
It's nice to see Fnatic not rolling over and dying, you know, getting a couple of rounds in a row and building money and having that AWP for JW. I like that change of pace as well, right? You know, Astralis have been triple mollying A in a lot of the start of the rounds, but Fnatic, they really don't care. And they know they just need to wait for the right time when they think Astralis aren't going to be ready for just 4 players running out of T-Con. And, you know, especially when you're winning rounds as a CT side, you know, getting caught off guard by that is eventually going to happen. And Fnatic, they hit the timing perfectly. Zeus up, Device, trying his best to get JW back. Benching after that game on Nuke in the early stages. S-Tag on the ladder, the one rifle, making all the risks. Oh boy.
Oh, if he went up now, he could do something. Like, he could get away with something gross. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Flusher goes down. A bit of a ladder stall from S-Tag. That's 1 kill. Any more, S-Tag? Any more up your sleeve? Brolin's coming in on the wrap. Device deletes Golden with a Zeus. S caught by Brolin. AK retrieved for Dupree. Detective Brolin, will he spot the clues that AK's gone? He has, and Dupree faces the same fate as S-Tag.
That's huge. He had the bomb as well. If he dies there, that's the round done, considering Device also has an AK back in spawn. So yeah, that's big from Brolin. Very patient. You know, I don't know if he knew about the second player, considering, yeah, okay, he climbed up the ladder very fast, but there was no one there to hear the audio cue. So, yeah, you know, very aware, very aware. Brolin, always an impressive player, especially for how young he is. Can't even say inexperienced anymore. Fnatic have won championships. Like, they've been at the top. So for his age, definitely one of the most experienced players out there, and it shows in the server today. Fnatic finding a third, not going down without a fight, Harry.
Yeah, finally starting to assemble a T side, right? Piece by piece. It was never going to be easy, especially not with Astralis getting off to a 6-0 start. But if you are Fnatic now, you're kind of right where you want to be. You're starting to get a bit more confident. You're starting to make Astralis kind of be the ones to force their hand to do some unorthodox, you know, decision making, like with S-Tag going up the pop dog ladder, stuff like that. I know he's taking a risk because he has the one rifle, but I feel like, you know, the pressure's starting to be applied, and that's what you want. Like, you want Astralis to be crumbling, especially especially on the CT side where they can just get reset time and time again. Fnatic, they want to start chaining rounds together, and they've been doing a good job of that thus far. They're going to try and take this pop position. bo3 this time is tagged down very, very low. He's waiting for the challenge from flusha. Now, Golden has gotten deep, but Device does rid them of him. JW in with one, and bo3 going to wallbang flusha out of the round. That's the second time that's happened to him. flusha hates Pop Dog right now. And oh, JW isn't ready. bo3's going aggressive. He's so confident. Yeah. Like, bo3, who are you to come into Astralis up against Fnatic and just be pushing absolutely everything? I love it. I love the confidence on him. Brolin and Crims, the last two players remaining, and they're going to try and seep in through Ivy. They get past du3, but can they find the other pieces of the puzzle that will be required to pick this round up?
Yeah, bo3's on a long rotate as well, so it's actually just S-Tag alone on the site right now. He knows where they're coming from. The audio given away from the flashbangs. Device coming in from Old Bomb as well. And there's no one pushing Ivy to take him down. They're both committing to the site. S-Tag's backed up, and this is a safe decision. He's looking to play retake with his team, especially considering how Device is going to catch a player off guard faster than they realized, faster than they were ready for. Crims gone as well. It's Device doubling, and with 3 in the round, that's Astralis back on the board. Great stuff from bo3 and Device there. Like, it's just, yeah, the confidence to fully push up the ladder, you know, take wallbang flusha, push up the ladder, flank T-spawn, kill JW running up the stairwell. bo3's looked very confident in both of these maps so far, and the results are there. 7-3 for Astralis. Fnatic at least got a boatload of money, right? Bomb plant off the back of a couple or 3 rounds in a row, so they can buy up moving forward for the next couple.
And like, that's already the difference between someone like bo3 and someone like Yugi when they were in this squad, right? It felt like Yugi, you could kind of see the pressure to like stay within the lines, you know, like color within the lines for him, and try and like lean on the safer side a hell of a lot. Whereas bo3 is clearly very, very confident in his ability, and I kind of get like this vibe that he feels like he's earned this. He has, right? Fair play to him. Oh, come on. Come on, bo3. Yeah, finally they deal with him. flusha gets revenge from beyond the grave. Burns out bo3. It's not exactly the revenge he was hoping for. He would have loved to have just not died in the first place, but still, it's a 4-on-4 for Fnatic, and they finally dealt with the nuisance that is bo3 in Pop Dog.
Yeah, smoke up Ivy, but just going to try and peek as the Molotov pops. He's hanging around, but you can't stay there forever. Just one shot puts him down to 36 from 100. Device is still holding main, but no one entering. Fnatic are going up towards those toilets. Brolin going to be going to pick up the bomb. This looks like a B play right now, but they can always come back down that Pop Dog and split with the Ivy player of JW. He's 10 health with the AWP on Ivy. Not in a good spot by any means. So we'll see if he's going to be the first man out, or rather the lurk on the back of a B execute here for Fnatic. That seems to be the case more and more. And again, Astralis, you know, they got proactive positioning. They've got T-Con. So they know that right now, A seems very unlikely. And S-Tag, he said he's not having a lot of fun. He's playing safe. That's exactly what he should be doing. Spotting towards B with a Molotov ready to cut off any kind of cross or bomb plant. And at 20 seconds, you don't want to die if you're S-Tag. Here come the T's down the ramp. And Majisty's already on rotation. He's going to scope up too late. They've already taken him down. But S-Tag could uproot this entire round from the oil.
Low for Brolin. He's going to win that one out. du3 now in the clutch. 1v2 needed. Does dispatch of Brolin, leaving the pressure on Crims at ramp. Bomb planted in a spot that Astralis have struggled with time and time again. And in a 1v1, this is a pretty rough spot to be in for du3. He throws the smoke down onto the bomb, but once again, it's too shallow. These plants up on the bomb train have betrayed Astralis time and time again. Crims peeks out, gets the damage, and for du3, that's enough to decide this isn't worth it. He backs away. It's a 4th for Fnatic. Astralis not able to hold on to that B site once again.
Yeah, that's the right call for du3, actually. You know, a lot of players, once you realize you've lost the round pretty much, like, try and hunt the kill or even hang around or even try and stick the bomb. Like, there's just no way he's winning that versus Crims. And I like the fact that, you know, Crims has always been that last guy alive up in, rafters up in heaven on B in these post plants. Well, now he switches it up. He comes down the ramp, and you could see how dedicated du3 was to expecting him on upper. So yeah, Crim's keeping it fresh, keeping Astralis on their toes. That's not an easy thing to do, but it is done. Bubsky's going back to pop. He's got the Mag 7, but he's also blind as a bat. Crims is going to quick frag him out as he finds himself on the E-box. Brolin follows up too, and even though there's damage done onto Golden, no kill in response. fnatic in a 5-on-3, running rampant over this A-bomb site. Crims with another. It's only Magist left in A. S-Tags drop down the ladder for one, drawing their attention for the time being. Maybe this will give some room for Magist to move.
If he's able to spot JW, that gives S-Tag so much more room to work with. That's only the tag somehow from JW. Now S-Tag can get out. Oh, okay.
He's shooting peas, Harry.
Yeah, that's the thing. You had to give Magisk more than just one of his 5 a day, if that's the case. He does still get the kill, and that is going to force S-Tag to save. It got a little bit worrisome, but fnatic, they get that 5th round on the board. And so crucially, they've already hit that same point as they did on Nuke, and now they can get beyond it as well. If they wanted to take us all 3 maps, this is how they had to do it.
Yeah, this is more than doable now for fnatic with Astralis' money being low as well, right? Like, this is a competitive game. Nuke may have been, very upsetting, very scarring for the Swedes, but here on Train, their map pick, their chance to show us what they got. Don't count this out as a 3-mapper here. Astralis aren't looking unbeatable right now. I don't know how JW, you can see the bullet hole in the wall there that he's looking at. He shoots Magist with the AWP for like 40, 50 damage through the corner of main. So yeah, almost bottles it, but luckily it's still around for fnatic with a plant on the A site. Astralis broke, but not going to be a hindrance by any means. du3 with a scout takes down Golden. Do they know that Brolin is out, however? No.
No, they don't. That's a bit of a surprise. S-Tag going aggressive, not able to get that kill. That might have made all the difference, really. Like, if he even gets away with one there, just makes fnatic reconsider, leaves them in even odds, but instead he goes down with nothing. Doesn't even spot the second man in flusher about to round the corner, so Device comes rotating round. He's going to hear these footsteps of players moving into position. Device and his Deagle, what can he offer in this round? Down inside of B. Odds heavily stacked against him. Rotation coming in from du3 and Magisk. That scout, if it's able to tag a few of these players, maybe there's a chance Device gets away with more than he should be allowed to, but this is still geared towards being a fnatic round. There's the kill, du3, quick work of JW, more players out into the fray, everyone up on the rafters and Device falls. It's all onto du3, helped out by gravity now as he gets himself down into a 1v2. Brolin still on upper, du3, both these players are tagged. This is doable, albeit very unlikely. Flash goes in and that lets flusher get out. du3, USP, 1v2, time ticking away. These are all things stacking the odds against him. He's looking for flusher, and he's narrowed it down. But flusher gets the info as well, and he's going to solidify the round. 6 on the board for fnatic. And that attempt at the partial investment doesn't quite give the results Astralis were hoping for.
Oh, dude, it gets scary though, doesn't it, right? du3 finding a headshot and the gravity taking down another as they fall out of upper. If Device just gets one kill there with a Deagle, then that's a very winnable round for Astralis. But yeah, an eco, and they get good damage nonetheless. It's still pretty successful. fnatic, though, beginning to take control of this map. A world where they can take 8.5. That's going to be a good T-side if so. We'll see what they can do. JW quick naded in main. He sees the cross, but he's double scoped on deep Ivy, so he won't be able to hit the shot. du3 still above the train and looking for these engagements if fnatic get out through T-Con. Device in the meantime dropping one on B. There's du3 with a quick headshot. Only takes 1 bullet thanks to the nade earlier, doing damage to JW. Brolin committing, but Bubsky, he's not in the pop. He's out on the wall, and he is pinning fnatic to one of their own. Golden in a 1-on-5. Blink and you miss it. This round is looking done.
Throws the AWP away. And now just looks to really do anything. And even that, like, even getting 1 kill is going to be hard enough here. Magisk has eyes on Olaf. Device is just peeking into main. The bombs dropped out in the open. this is rough. This is really rough, and it's rough for anyone, but let alone Golden, the man who's used to leading the rest of the squad. Well, now he's going to try and be the big-time fragger. Molotov to try and force anyone off the top of blue. There's no one there. I mean, there's no right way to play this. Golden, I'm so sorry you're in this situation, man. Magisk gets an 8th on the board for Astralis as they get that A play dealt with in a very, very good fashion.
Bubsky's so cheeky. He was sitting close main and he was pressing reload, swapping weapon, pressing reload, swapping weapon, just to make the sound cue like, I'm right here, come at me, come peek me. Because obviously there are like 4 Astralis players watching main, all ready for the swing. What a middle finger, dude. This guy's hilarious, and I love watching him play. He's top of the server right now, and yeah, his debut on Astralis going damn well. Him and S-Tag doing the job right. JW, oh, poor guy. Hit with the AWP, hit with a grenade, in the fire and flames. There's just no escaping A main. It's Astralis with a man advantage as fnatic head in towards B. Oh my god, now you're hitting wall bangs. Give him a chance, Bubsky.
Flusher really hates Pop. Like, Bubsky has just been wrecking him like that. He's not even in Pop Dog, and he's still hitting players in Pop Dog. Here comes the B play. S-Tag gonna try and hold the line once again. Now, a couple of guys are already up and past him, and he's not ready for that. Brolin gets one. Flusher and Crims both help themselves to the buffet. Magisk and Device 2 on 4 in the retake. That nade. Lots of damage onto Brolin, but is that going to be enough? Device moving in through CT. Hard pressed to find much, but down goes Crims. Brolin tries to swing, but jumps the gun a little bit, and as a result, one player does get away, but there's the dealing with Device. Magisk gets caught, and Brolin solidifies 7 rounds for fnatic. This game is a lot closer than that of Nuke just moments ago. Can fnatic take us the distance? I damn sure hope so. I want to see more of both of these teams, and I know you do too. So stick around for the second half of Train in just a moment.
Breathe a little deeper. Fallen, broken, a million light years away from home. My eyes opened, and now I've come to claim life. Never let it go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire. Through the fire, fire, gonna let it burn. I'm the Messiah, gonna let it burn. 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 Found me in the darkness. Now they see me shining, calling me a goddess, thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster, making my way back, I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder, because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go, these wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I live this fantasy.
lost and all alone. Time's not kind and it won't let go.
Well, fnatic have picked themselves off, dusted themselves off, and now they're ready to try and take us to a third map. But there's one man who really wants to ruin their day, and it is, of course, bo3. On fire, absolute domination of Pop Dog during that first half, even when he wasn't even in Pop Dog, Hugo.
Yeah, I mean, wall banging through the wood, spraying up through the floor, killing players on ladders. This guy's got it all, and Astralis, well, they're showing us what they're made of right now here on Train. 8-7 up in the first half, and now T-side. I'm more excited for this than anything. What have they got up their sleeve? Their nuke T-side was rampant, 10 rounds to their name. They're looking for a little bit less, but do3 a little bit more, finding JW off the back of the flash, and Brolin posts up right as he leaves, but do3 is not ready for the re-aggression. And bo3 getting tagged on the drop of the USP, 99 damage, but Astralis is still out into this B bomb site. S-Tag returns the favor, sending a dink the way of flusha. bo3 is gone, but there's still a chance for Astralis as they get the plant.
Yeah, they've gone aggressive here with S-Tag and Device. And Device is really like putting emphasis on the aggression part of that statement. He is wrapped into CT. He's having an identity crisis. He's going back now. Going to try and help out. S-Tag falls. Device, though, he has this round in the palm of his hand. How much can he do? There's one. Oh, that's it. Just one. Magisk all alone. He falls shortly thereafter. Crims has a kit, so fnatic, they get the pistol round locked in, and they tie us up at 8-8.
I think Astralis were probably expecting flanks there. They did not seem ready for how many players were moving through. Even though Device gets that information, right, there's just no noise being made by fnatic. They're creeping in through that tight back CT choke point, not even coming through con, where S-Tag is, sitting at least keeping an eye on. So, yeah, nice round for fnatic. They certainly catch Astralis off guard, even with Device on that big wrap round. So nice stuff from them, keeping in control of this map and maybe even series. Who knows? Inferno is our third map if we get there. fnatic are going to have to work hard to do so, but Astralis forcing up in the second after a bomb plant. do3's AK. Oh dear. Yeah, if that was maybe Astralis getting a taste of their own medicine in the Pop Dog for a change. Device is going to take down JW on Ivy. And there's still 3 rifles intact and alive for Astralis, so don't count them out of the woods yet.
Damn, do3 shut down. Doesn't get to play into the round with the AK. bo3, does he master pop in both directions? He does best. Brolin there on the drop down. Magisk getting burnt and tagged up by Golden. flusha trying to go aggressive, and this bomb's actually gone back into main. Astralis don't have to commit to A.
Oh.
bo3 actually rotates into the B site. Now, this is where flusha can make all the difference. He's up pop. He hears the rotations. They've got knives out. They're not even considering it. And Magisk and Device both face the same fate. bo3 tries to come back up ramp now. Roll reversal as he has to best flusha. Flash goes out. It's a bit chaotic. bo3, oh, it's not nice when the shoe's on the other foot. flusha gets his revenge on that little rivalry that accumulated between him and bo3 in the first half, and he gives him a taste of his own medicine with the pop flank.
The old curb stomp. Yeah, flusha. Yeah, he knows what he's doing, this guy. Astralis, they think they found the solution, but right as they back up out of A, he pushes into the Pop Dog. Not only just hearing bo3 taking B and coming down that ramp, but even being ready for the fact that they just saw the bomb in main. It's got to cross past him. So, yeah, good information from fnatic. Astralis on an eco here in round number 18, and fnatic's chance to get double digits first as well. So, this is not nuke. That much is clear. JW dunking bo3. There's a trade in the Pop Dog as Golden gets overwhelmed while flashed. Quick shot for Magisk, but needs to go back up the ladder as a Molotov lands inside. And Crimson's even going to drop one of the 2 players in main. There's more where that came from. Ooh, Device only taking a bit of damage from the nade. But JW looking to part some more onto him. He will do exactly that. And Magisk, oh, he's got a timing. He could plant B. Players up in heaven. If Magis reads this, he could plant on the left side of the site, but why would you know the Flusher is lurking upper? You wouldn't. He'll drop down and save the round. It's fnatic with a 10. No money given to Astralis. He's just making sure he's dead.
Yeah, I think he was, if I had to guess. But yeah, no, Flusher, you can never be too careful. Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time Astralis have risen from the dead. This is what we saw in that last map, 8-10, and fnatic in the lead. It's Rifles back out for the Danes, Device donning the AWP. And early on, lots of players over here towards B, but a couple back in main. Ooh. 3 players for fnatic in the upper halls, ready to try and take this aggression. This is going to be a bit of a bloodbath, and down goes Flusher. The follow-up had to come through. Now, they won't expect JW, right? You've dealt with 2, and there's no way you're anticipating that he's just waiting here. So this round is in the palm of JW's hand. He's waiting. He sees the bomb.
Oh,
does find it. Not the most convincing from JW, but he nails it the second time around. Now he's secured this B bomb site, frees up time for Crims to come rotating round, drops a Molotov. Device can't go peeking just yet to get the trade. He tried to get cheeky with it, but the molly spreads and tags him up. So now JW knows there's a man still in these upper halls. dupreeh is wrapping through the A bomb site in the meantime, but that's what Crims is here for. He has read this one well. fnatic, they are poised to get an 11th round. It's really Astralis who are in the rough spot here.
Yeah, this is risky as well. dupreeh, like, you know, it's important that he checks the CT spot, but you know how open you are to the ramp. Device is coming through in the smoke, and so this is very well timed. JW looks away as dupreeh comes through. Even if Crims gets this trade, dupreeh's now been freed up to at least check the angle. Crims is patient with his shot, and it will pay off. A one-on-one now with the bomb secured. Flash back in. No grenades left in this round. It's up to the gunfights and nothing less. Device versus Crims, both tagged up. Device with the AK. Oh, he's hit the timing. He's crossed out. Crims, does he know? He seems aware. He's going to jump up, but Device hits the shot. That little bit of extra health saves his bacon, and 9 points of health remaining as Astralis take their 9th round. I love the triple B though, like fnatic, they're not going down without a fight. They read the round so well, and JW plays it perfectly. Bubsky even initially looks it up when he comes down the ramp, but yeah, turns around, gets shot in the back of the head, and Astralis somehow, some way, claw that back into their favor.
So we're all even again. We're all tied up almost, just one away from Astralis getting to that 10-10 scoreline, and that's what I want. I want this to be a long train, and then really, I would love to have a 3rd and final map of Inferno. I think I speak for all of us when I say that. This is the series I don't want to end. Crims holding on to Pop Dog. There's players up above it. He knows that. They're spamming on through. He's going to drop this smoke, try to play around it. Bubsky. He knows his way around a Pop Dog. JW homed in on Ivy in the meantime. Flash goes out, and that's going to get him off the angle. He goes back in for a re-peek. Doesn't see anything yet. So Ivy control taken here for Astralis, and this is a lot of ground to have. Crims is so blind. Goodbye, but Brolin there to pick up the pieces. Flusher on the CT rotation in the meantime. Spots players, but isn't able to get a shot off. Device now homed in on the angle, holding, hoping that the peak comes his way, but a missed shot. Back into the A site he goes. Brolin, just about staying alive. Oh, Golden's like, no. We go pop. It's fine. Brolin's really not convinced. He keeps looking back. Flushes in connector. Bomb getting planted. Problem for Astralis here is they really don't know where fnatic are. They can be anywhere. They lost Pop earlier on, so they have to worry about main. Even though that's not where a push is coming from, they don't have that information.
Yeah, Device has just taken that spot, though. No longer worrying about his back. Brolin, quick kill to dupreeh. They're expecting Device in this position. Brolin's on for the ace. It's only Magisk on 2 points of health. No grenade to stop him, but up the ladder they go. And Flusher sends it right back. fnatic with just enough time for the defuse. Ace denied, but not an issue. 11 rounds to 9. That was a great round for Brolin, man. The fact that he's able to, not only trade both players down the pop dog, but even clear out the AWP and the player in the sandwich post plant. Fnatic is spraying bodies like there's no tomorrow, and there might not be if Astralis get their way. Roland, you highlighted as our player to watch coming into this game, Harry, and you're definitely not wrong. He's been the standout player here for Fnatic in this series.
And that's what we kind of come to expect from it. Astralis relegated back down to pistols and armor in this round, and they're going to try and secure Pop Dog, but to do that, you have to get past the man in question. Brolin just lying in wait, patient as ever. There's the drop. Bubsky with the deagle, drops with the nade, and that's Pop Dog secured. I love this head-to-head of, like, Bubsky versus just anyone in Pop. It's such an interesting fight to watch. JW's gone aggressive here outside of B in the meantime. S-Tag does bait the shot out. They know that JW is here. He just spotted the bomb there on that peak. And now he looks at the ramp, but they can wrap him from upper if they're quiet about it. While all this is going on, Astralis still have players in main throwing utility in, trying to draw players back into this site because it looks like it's still a B commitment right now. And these players from main have rotated background, but you can see Astralis, they pumped the brakes. Magis being deleted already from this server is actually all right because he can take a look at everyone's POVs and, have like an understanding firsthand of how the round is looking right now.
Unfortunately, in all that A utility that you talked about, the grenade onto the site of Golden, it's actually forced Fnatic back into A. They move away from this double inner setup. They set up on Ivy, which is exactly where Astralis are coming from, and they've even got the info as well. So Fnatic have read into this one very well. Crims with one, Dupree is low, and that's an easy kill to double up with. They're going to look for a B plant, but Flusher with a grenade, he can finish off the job here. He's going to get planted. Bubsky trying to cover the spray, missing, and he jumps as well. Not by intention, I'd imagine, but regardless, it's Flusher finding 2 on the retake, Crims with 3 in the round, and Fnatic with 12. This is looking like a 3-map series, if I don't know any better. Unless Astralis come alive moving forward into these gun rounds. There have been some close ones so far in this T side, but with only 1 to their name, Fnatic are in control of their map pick. This is sick, by the way. The amount of different variety of how we see players drop into Pop. Like, look at how Brolin's vision gets eluded by the grenade. It just, catches you off guard for a millisecond, and that's all you need to drop in and hit the headshot. If you're Bubsky, at least. Probably don't try that at home. It won't go anywhere nearly as well as you think.
The thing is, we have to bear in mind with Astralis as well, is they barely had any time as this 5-stack. They did have a boot camp, but their boot camp included camping and canoeing. So it's not like they've been strengthening their entire map pool, and we still don't know which maps they've actually prioritized apart from Nuke, Hugo.
Yeah, that was pretty much clear from the last game, but maybe Train not as clean cut, not yet at least. But again, at 12-9, this game isn't done.
I wonder if while they were camping, they got to have any Bubsky's Pop Dogs, because I hear they're the best. Brolin going to try and hold on once again. Ooh, Bubsky's down. Look at him.
So many methods.
Look at him. He's such a little menace, man. Look, Brolin don't even know. They're baiting him with the shots from S-Tag, and Bubsky's already here. Bubsky's already... Oh, they're touching each other. Hello, Brolin's gone. Bubsky gets it. Man advantage taken for Astralis, and now... things get a little bit tricky for Fnatic. A man down, an uncomfortable spot to be in. Flashback for Crims, and Bubsky's already up the ladder. He's already out of there. Is he going to go back? Bubsky, it's ballsy. You never go back. That's what everyone always says. He's going to drop the nade. Doesn't push with it. Crims gets tagged very heavily. Utility going over into the A site, but Fnatic, look at the read. They've got 3 players in B. They've read this one well. Crims deals with Magis. Bubsky finding another, but will they be ready for Golden? It doesn't feel like it. And now up pop Crims shooting into the back line. Device, worst timing you've ever seen. And Crims, he's showing he's got the moves. He sneaks back down. And now he lies in wait. Device has got no idea. He's got no time either. It's a 13th round for Fnatic.
That is unreal. The reads that Fnatic are making in this game are unparalleled, right? Like they've had two triple B stacks. Oh my, he even dies after time. The AWP and the money gone for Device. But 2 triple B plays on like 2 rounds that Astralis have hit B. These have been excellent. And right when that looks like an A play. Astralis are faking it out with utility and Fnatic going, nah, I want nothing to do with that. I'm going to go B. Like more often than not, you'll see teams stack outer mainly for the sole reason that B is an easier site to retake. Once you get the plant down on A and chances to move away between those trains, down Olaf into Sandwich, there's just so many routes you can take and so many spots you can hide in as a little T in a post plant. So yeah, Fnatic, they've had great reads all game long, especially on the CT side. Astralis walking into stack after stack after stack. And, you know, even when Astralis get like an entry in, they think, great, let's plant. And then boom, there's another player behind coils. So yeah, this is a masterclass right now from Fnatic. I've also never seen so many different attempts of like pop dog takes in one game. Like I feel like we've had like six different attempts, not even attempts, like successful takes of the pop dog from
Do you
bo3.
think that's an attempt to just hold a little bit back for later on in the tournament, Hugo?
I mean, they're showing it all now, Frankie. They're putting it all out in the open. They ain't hiding a thing. I'd love to see if they have more, but I guess we'll find out, right? But that's the cool thing. When you have that many ideas and that many different ways, if you're in Pop Dog, even if you know all the ways that Astralis are going to use, which one are they going to use? That's the question.
Prims is looking for feet. He's got a bit of a fetish for him, and he gets one, but S-Tag barrels through. JW trying to hold down this A site. Golden on the rotation and through connector. Runs through the molly and takes the head off of Bubsky in the process. It's S-Tag, now 1v2. Make that 1v1, and JW up through Pop Dog. Speed Demon, very decisive. His mind is made up. He's rotating in through B, and he's wrapping around somewhere else.
Bring around the roses.
Also, he's traded out his AWP for the MP9. Bit of a curious one here. Might look for something else. And this is, like, neither player really now knows what's going on. S-Tag is like, okay, he could be Pop, he could be main, he could be B. And JW is thinking, well, I did just see him in Ivy, so now they're going to realize, like, neither one of them really knows any idea what's going on. Both of them may as well be playing this round blind. There is absolutely no way you could know what's the right call here. S-Tag creeping over towards B. Whether or not he knows it, he will make the right decision if this is the site he goes waltzing into.
No time to go elsewhere. He's got to get that plant in. 15 seconds left. He's come out through upper as well. He realizes, yeah, got to start running. Screw it. Gamble. Just get that plant in. Make as much noise as you can. Hope that it's not been read. JW knows at this point, with no one being seen on the A site with 10 seconds, it's almost guaranteed to be B. And now it's a mind game. It's a waiting game. At least for S-Tag, he has not moved a muscle. Playing on top of the site, playing on the bomb, and using the audio to his advantage. JW making a lot of noise, climbing up the ladder. S-Tag trying to swivel around the site, and JW throwing in a smoke. S-Tag hiding in front of it, and he's going to get the kill. JW may do a lot of damage, but a lot is not all of it, and it's going to be Astralis taking 10. And yeah, S-Tag, he's been pretty quiet in this game. He was playing inner on CT side. He wasn't really getting a lot of opportunities, getting a kill, getting traded, often just throwing utility. And we saw a lot of outer takes as well from Fnatic, where S-Tag was like coming in late to no avail. But that's a round that, you know, is huge for Astralis. That keeps them in the game. Fnatic have been all over the CT side. They were 6-1 prior to that round win. So yeah, that's going to be a resurgence for Astralis. That's going to be a lifeline gifted over thanks to S-Tag.
Yeah, you know, it's like that old idea that, like, if you're ever having a rough game, it's not about helping win all the rounds, it's just winning the rounds that you have to, you know, and that's what S-Tag provides there. 10 on the board for Astralis, reinvestment in for Fnatic, AWP in the hands of Flusher, no less. And let's see, I imagine that's played out of spawn. It looks like he's got a spawn for this Ivy peak. And so he's going to be looking to deal with any main players that might come his way. Now, for Astralis, only one player survives there. And so their reinvestment in this round leaves a lot to be desired. JW's got the Mag 7. Device down into Pop Dog. Makes quick work of it. Roland looking for an equalizer, and he will deliver it. Still getting pressured. And it's Device with another. Crims responds to the call, and we're into this 3-on-3. A site now is overwhelmed by Fnatic players in rotation. They've got all three here in A. Magisk creeping into the site, but he's not going to be short enough. He still takes the head off of Golden regardless. And this is where, you know, not having head armor because they figured they'd be up against AKs makes these Galils just as deadly as their big brother rifle. Flusher, good for one, spots another, in with the scope, but a missed shot. And this bomb's still out in no man's land. Flusher's going to try and play around it. Or pout, and there's the kill on a Bubsky. Now, just Device left to find, and he's on this lengthy rotation. Flusher with the mind games. Does he realize that that bomb's out in the open? Device wrapping in over towards Ivy. And you know, while Flusher hasn't like made the right gamble heading over towards B, this is as much of a question mark to Device as it is to Flusher. Neither one of them knows where the other's at. Device creeping in, the bomb still down on this A side of the map, and Flusher is holding for a connector peek. Device, is he going to give it to him? Is he going to give up the peek? Could end the chance of the comeback for Astralis. Not right now. Bomb retrieved. Device taps the plant. Flusher running back. It's up on the bomb train. The nade could do it. Device tagged down, still alive into the 1v1. And Flusher, a lot to do. Just missing the timing up on the train. And it's Device with the peak. 11 for Astralis. Try as Flusher might, it's not going to be enough.
That's such a nice try from Flusher, man. Like, maybe you could argue that, him making the footsteps is such a risk, but he knows that last player's low. He tries to hit the timing, hoping Device is planting on the other side of the train. That nade almost kills Device. He sees it coming, he moves out the way, and, you know, in Device's head, he's probably most scared of Pop Dog than anything, because the last spot he saw Flusher was, you know, in the A site. He had the timing to wrap B and push, but Flusher didn't know the bomb was out in the open, and that was the big question. That's why Flusher just hung around in the connector and played for both sides. Nice shot from JW, doing some damage to the AWP of Device, but he's quickly removed from the equation. Oh dear, dupree's doing maths, he's doing calculations, and he's got 3. One through the smoke, one through the wall, and one in the face. Crims, quick taps back with the USP, but dupree is on for the ace. There's only one man in the way of all of that, and it's Filthy Flusher coming in from the back line.
Give it to him, Astralis. Give it to him. Let dupreeh have his moment. I mean, he's had plenty of moments, but why not give him one more, you know? Like, what's the harm in that? dupreeh's looking for it. He's smiling at me in his picture. I can feel that he's going to get it. And I swear, if S-Tag or S-Tag, you don't want to do this, man. You want to let dupreeh have it. This guy could decide your fate on this squad, and dupreeh, it's not convincing, and Magisk steals it away. Magisk is like, look, man, dupreeh, you gave it your best attempt, but Flusher with the USP, he's a little tricky guy to deal with. Still, 12 on the board for Astralis, and dupreeh lighting up against the anti-eco there.
Great shot, and that's, again, confidence boosting for Astralis, right? We think that maybe fnatic are somewhat in control, looking like they're potentially going to close out this map with a 6-1 lead coming into the second half, and then Astralis 3 rounds in a row in control. And now only one behind Fnatic on Fnatic's map pick in this series. Inferno, it could be an no thank you for Astralis if they get their way. JW with a scout again. Look at the push up for Brolin. He's so quick, so precise, and dupreeh will be removed from the round. JW, scout, he's got to hit headshots here. They're coming up close, and there's an AWP on Device too. So if this doesn't get smoked from Astralis, then this is not an easy fight for JW, and that's the issue. You get the tag, you instantly die because Magisk can stomach a bullet or chest 1-2 and still take you down. Astralis in a 4-on-4. And even though Brolin has main great map control, he doesn't know that the bomb is just around this corner, and Astralis are going to pick it up right now. Oh, Brolin.
Oh, there it is. And the double up, S-Tag and Bubsky. The 2 new boys on the block. They get taught a pretty harsh lesson there in what it means to be up against a man like Brolin. Device through this smoke. He's just bypassed. Oh, Golden didn't even realize. Device gets one, and then he's like, whoa, jump scare. And there's Golden somehow. Device terrified by what he's just seen. 14 for Fnatic. They're trying to keep the 3-map dream alive. Inferno is on the horizon. This train is hurtling towards it. But our Astralis looking to derail the whole operation. There's only a few more rounds left to find out.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you fire an AWP shot and then immediately get peeked, and you know that your only chance is your opponent whiffing. That's the only way you're living that. And then maybe you can hit the shot. Only maybe. Fortunately, no whiffs today, not from Golden. And, well, Fnatic, they are back in control. A quick responsive round after Astralis find a streak of 3. Still money for Astralis. This is their chance with 2 AKs and an AWP. They've got to get it done, or this could just be dusted. And Inferno could be the finale to this series. Down in the pop dog very fast. Brolin's tucked close. Crims has been tagged by the AWP up on the A site. Device is in main. He's peering out as well. Flash in, the jump for Brolin. He gets 1, but only 1. And that's given an AK over to Esatag, who will be picking that up with glee. Now Astralis are armed to the teeth. JW, he is taking out teeth, at least devices. Dupree going to take a bite back with his dentures, and it's a 3-on-3 as still Crims is pushed up close. They're ready for it, luckily. Fnatic now caught out of the site. It's all on Golden, really.
Ooh. Golden gets the information, but to be the Golden God in this round, he's going to have to do more than just a bit of chip damage. Flusher wrapping on in. Got to come down on them like the crashing of 1,000 waves. And he's going on a very long wrap in through main. Whenever Flush is on screen, we have to be quiet because he's always doing something sneaky. And that's what he's good at. Dupree not looking this way. That could be his downfall. Flusher sees ahead. Flusher sees ahead. Oh, there it is. Dupree goes down. Now the pressure's on. Magisk is stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's looking to deal with Golden, and he will. This leaves Flusher in a very tricky situation where this clutch feels impossible, looks impossible, and it's 13 on the board for Astralis.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, Device doing a lot of damage with the AWP, even though the kills aren't there. And even though the wrap comes through, you know, Golden can't do anything from CT because he is legitimately just waiting for Flusher. He's hoping the Flusher finds a good bit of value. And then once Flusher's position's given up, that gives Golden the room to move. But at that point, the bomb is so far ticked. Astralis have already taken their post plants, and there's nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And this game continues to keep on giving. Fnatic won't give up. Astralis neither. And that's just the way we like it here at ESL One Cologne. Brolin's playing in the dark.
He's 18, man. He's emo. Leave him be.
Shut the curtains. Turn off the lights.
You think when you make as much as he does, you know, you could stomach the electricity bill to have a light on for the 3 hours that you're playing. But, you know, Brolin, I like it. Playing in the dark.
We've all been there.
I haven't.
Look at that.
Sunshine and rainbows.
I love the flex of the guy in the lower left as well. Like, he got the 2 big TVs, recliner chair all set up. That's brilliant. That looks great. I wish we had that set up, honestly.
Yeah.
Right, just pistols now for Fnatic. And we just saw the Danish fans out in full force. Where are the Swedes? That's my question. Device down here towards Ivy. Flusher getting spotted on the jump across. Now, JW's close.
Oh, Zeus.
He's going to struggle to get away with much. I was going to say, that's like prime Zeus territory, but he doesn't have one, and he gets bested almost immediately. So now, Fnatic 4 on 5, just the pistols. Another kill for Device, and he keeps the pace up. Now, Crims will deal with him, back in for a bit more, and maybe biting off more than he can chew. Brolin is wrapping around through that Ivy smoke in the meantime, and so maybe he can deal with Magisk at least. Makes his presence known, AK retrieved, but Magisk isn't missing a beat. And it's all on Flusher. 1v4. As much as this man so often does the impossible, this might be one where, rather anticlimactically, he doesn't.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, and Flusher is dead. Astralis 14-14. We're going the full distance, Harry, if not more. We've had our fair share of overtimes, 3 overtimes in the last series. So, hey, why stop there? Why not add a few more? I was going to say earlier, after that first map, after Astralis absolutely decimate fnatic on Nuke, hey, they're making up for lost time. You know, they're speeding up the schedule. We got North America coming up next. But no, as much as I say that, well, now it's not true. That being said, at least we got a competitive series, eh, Frankie?
It's what we want to see. I mean, you did jinx it, Hugo, and it's entirely blamed on you that we're going to be late for 100 Thieves versus Genji, but that's fine, because we've got some quality Counter-Strike underway.
Let's see, Astralis. Are they going to be the timekeepers? Are they the ones keeping everything on schedule? This train running on time? Or is it going to be fnatic causing the delays? In which case, there will be a Bob's replacement service running from 10 PM onwards. Bobski down here. The Pop Dog Menace. Waiting for someone to make like a to the Star Wars Phantom Menace joke or something like that, but
No one liked that film, Harry.
oh, I thought it was great.
Here's
Work
the
on it.
full A execute. Round number 29. Brolin, he's hiding in the smoke. Oh, he's going to get the better of Bobski. It's a nice welcome change, but maybe not for Astralis, as they are getting slaughtered on this outer yard. Not a kill. Finally, S-Tag turns the tide of battle, but barely, as Astralis gets sunk underneath. Fnatic, 15-14. They look to take us to Inferno. Astralis look to take us to overtime. What's your money on?
At this point, mate, my money is in my wallet because I'm not betting on the outcome of this one. Like, this is so neck and neck. I couldn't tell you who's going to take it, Hugo. Astralis have been fighting tooth and nail every step of the way. And Fnatic, it just feels like even when there's been this huge streak against them, suddenly they find it within themselves to respond and rally around it and start to find success again. And I'm lost for words. This is such a good series. We've had 2 fantastic series to start ESL One Cologne. And if this is what day 1 is like, it just begs the question, like, it's only going to get better. How does it even get better from this?
We're not even in playoffs. We're not even
on day 2.
Stop reading my brain, Harry. Dear, oh dear. I wouldn't want anything less, to be honest. Screw it, I don't need a voice. Let's just howl at the moon. 15-14. Not the best buy for Astralis, but all they can muster with the cash left in their pockets. Those transfers cost a lot of money. Golden flash down Ivy. Device is ready for it. He may be blind, but it won't make a damn difference. Dupree with another entry out on A. And Astralis, they are causing commotion. They are causing a ruckus in this bomb site.
Yeah, and overtime very much on the cards now, thanks to Device and Dupree. They could have been the timekeepers, or they could be the ones that destroyed it all, and that there is what Astralis are looking to do. Device still posted up, looking for even more. Flusher creeping and crawling over towards main. He's got JW watching pop for him. While this is going on, S-Tag is sprinting into B. Flusher goes down. The shadow gives him away. JW, you can see like the terror on going up with a pop dog. Is Bobski here? Climbing up the ladder, getting worried. S-Tag certainly is, though, and he's already in the B site. Crims bests him, and now they realize, well, it's probably not B. We've cleared out upper. We've cleared the B bomb site. Where does that leave? Oh, A, and that's where Astralis are. 3 players already inside of the site, one of those being Device, homed in on this very long angle from Pop Dog. If Crims tries to cross, he's going to be in for a pretty rough time.
Device has just moved away, though, as the plant comes in. JW, if only he got that kill, this would have been salvageable, but it's nothing in the sort. Bobski shutting down the last 2, only damage done, and while the damage is done to Fnatic Astralis, they grab right back as map point was taken by the Swedes. They won't let it fall to a 3rd. Not yet, at least. There's still a chance we have the best of both worlds. Overtime and a 3rd map. There's still an opportunity. We'll have to wait and see.
If I cross my fingers any harder, I would lose them, right? Like, I'm not even kidding. I hope that, and that's the thing, like, if Astralis win, I'm not, like, upset or anything. I just want this series to go on even longer. So let's see. Astralis, they've grinded this one to an overtime. Double AWPs out for Fnatic. S-Tag clicking through Pop Dog, and already they've lost Dupree. burn. S-Tag falls as well. Bubsky, the professional in this side of the map, didn't fall for it, and so he's still alive. He goes back over here towards the B-bomb site. Magisk going to cross into Pop as well. Device in with a quick flick to find Crims, but they lose Bubsky at B, and that forces them into this A play. Now, while this is happening, JW has wrapped in through Ivy and is coming in on a huge flank. So Device, even with being outnumbered 1-on-4, his problems are just beginning. 3 players inside of the site and then 1 flanking around. This should be Fnatic's all day long.
Yeah, JW's waiting for the pistol headshot. Device is low, and that's all it's going to take. Quick shot from behind, and 16 for Fnatic. They instantly get back on the board. Probably wondering, why didn't they just do that the round before? Well, sometimes it's never that easy. And Astralis, they have still got 2 more chances to find rounds here on this T side. Of course, 8-7 halves each in this map in favor of the CTs. So it has just been a little bit more favorable, but I'd say 7-round T side is damn good. Astralis, if they can get 1, that would be fine. But Fnatic already in with a double AWP. I like that early on. We've not seen a lot of this in this series. Roland's pushed up. He's been very good in this spot with the Org as well. Scoped up, looking for the damage. Oh dear, it's labored, but it is a kill. Dupree going down early. And now Astralis moving up Ivy. JW's going to hear this. The smoke landing just in front of them means they're going to have to flash through or wait it out. And JW, this is a man you don't want to trifle with. Not a man you want to rifle with. And right now, he's using the no scope to take down any crazy Astralis players if they want to jump through. But I don't think anyone's doing that just yet. Biding their time, waiting for the fade. And now Device is going to Cyclops his way around the corner.
JW onto the Deagle. And it's a hypnotic skin as well. Let's hope for a hypnotizing play from JW if there ever was a time. Oh, there we go, he recovers, Device hits the deck, and JW lives to fight another day. It wasn't convincing almost immediately, but he does stumble back to his feet, and Golden comes in with another. S-Tag falls, and it's JW lighting up the scoreboard. 17 for Fnatic. And Brolin continuing to be the bane of Astralis' existence. You see, he was molded by the darkness.
Born in it! Didn't see Inferno till he was nearly a man.
Well, now Fnatic trying to take us the distance, trying to take us all 3, and I really hope that we get there.
Yeah, it's looking very likely at this point. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, actually. It's only 2 rounds so far. The wall bang, it's going to connect onto Brolin's legs. Flusher pushed with a flick up. S-Tag will take him down, and Golden gets dinked, needs to drop the molly before they hound him down and rush the B site. That won't be the case today. Think about the amount of stacks towards B that Fnatic have shown us in this map that were successful. It's been a while, but Astralis have been all over the A site in those final 6 or 7 rounds of regulation. It did work wonders, right? It did get them to OT after losing a lot in this T half, but they don't want B anymore. They've been scarred by the past, and instead they look to the future in this A site. JW's going to have to double back into it, and the smoking, man, that's a real problem. Astralis, they're not going to go through. They had a chance to beat it, and actually, yeah, they will. Dupree creeping and crawling his way in. Luckily, there's no one in the A site. Fnatic, we talk about the gambles and their reads on B. Well, this one's wrong, but it's not the end of the world. They have so much utility and the kits for the retake. But that just means Astralis get a free bomb plant. And with a man advantage and 4 Molotovs left up, they're going to have all the options in the world in this post plant. It's too good to be true, they think.
Yeah, that is how it must be feeling right now. Like, we haven't done anything, and there's no one here. Like, we barely even throw in utility outside of getting that kill early. They're patting S-Tag on the back right now. Like, you did it. You cleared the A site. Just that 1 kill, and you've done it. So now, Fnatic setting up for a 4-on-5 retake. JW close, but no cigar. Crims and Brolin both wrapping around over here towards Old Bomb. Dupree holding down the sight line from heaven. Crims is ready for it, but he gets wallbanged to death. There's the follow-up, though. JW keeping Fnatic in this one. Now it's only him left, and Bobsky's going to swing on out. 16 for Astralis, 17 for Fnatic. Still a chance that Train is a map that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I mean, we got that second half at least, Harry, and with fnatic leading, there's more series than maybe you're ready for. Strap in. We said that at the start of this one, and maybe it wasn't the case for Nuke, but this is as competitive as it comes. bo3 has had a stellar performance today. Oh dear, little team knife. We've all been there. Device getting stabbed in the back. JW's dropped pop, but Device scoped up. Will the low HP be a problem for him? Probably not. Ooh, he crosses out. The nade's going to hit JW, so both the AWPers tagged up in this case. Magis also has an AWP. He's playing towards Ivy as well, so that's going to free up Device to be very mobile on the CT side, and that's exactly what he does best with this AWP. Magis getting flashed out. bo3 the same story in pop, but he's got that deep Molotov above to buy him some time and buy him some space. He's even going to try and play with the ladder. What a mad lad. Magis dropping Golden down on Ivy. That's the 1A lurk. The rest of fnatic are grouping towards B. And bo3's just trying to be a nuisance, but might just fall out for the time being as Astralis still have this man advantage and 2 players on this B site to hold.
Yeah, this Molotov still on S-Tag as well could do a hell of a lot. The moment he hears footsteps, he throws that in. Actually, it's going to be the smoke from Device to open this up, and fnatic, they move in close behind it. Flash goes over now, and S-Tag, he's volleyed himself out. He's given fnatic a bit of a helping hand here. Had to reposition. Device holding a tight angle, but it's S-Tag delivering too. Brolin and JW left to try and keep fnatic in this round, but down goes J-Dubs. Brolin now needs the ace to secure map point for fnatic, and it's not going to happen. Magisk finds him 17-17. All tied up. It's 1st to 19. Let's not forget that. So we need 2 in a row now from either one of these squads to get it over the line. Otherwise, we run train back again.
If anything, as weird as it is, I feel like that Molotov does actually good things for S-Tag. It lands on the site, and so fnatic aren't thinking that anyone is playing close. They think Astralis are far back because they spot the AWP on top of the back brown train. So S-Tag's able to get a lot of damage off on the sidelines. No one's even looking at him. And yeah, I mean, who knows if it was down to the Molotov, but it was a weird placement and not something fnatic were ready for. Dupree's in the pop. bo3 is alongside him playing on the outside. Device has Olaf into main. Great grenade. Oh boy, it bounces to the feet of Brolin and does 102 damage across both players there. Boost up for Brolin. He's got 33 kills. Crazy guy. But unfortunately, he's got to hide back in the darkness as these smokes land in his face. The Molotov pushes them out of main, and Astralis continue to be proactive on this CT side, taking control away from fnatic.
JW is once again trying to run like this little solo mission down towards Ivy. Now, this isn't really something that's proved to be terribly profitable, so he's going to lean away from that and rejoin the rest of the gang. bo3, it's like, ooh, I was going to say it's like he knows almost, but decides against it, goes back down. Utility going in towards this B site. Flush is going to try and sell this fake and spam through the smoke by S-Tag. No one's over-rotated for Astralis. Dupree holding close to main and just such a nuisance. The bomb rolls out into the open. Brolin has given that a throw out into the hands of Astralis. It will get retrieved there by Crims, but 20 seconds. He's trying to rotate into B. There's no time. bo3's taken pop control. He is just an absolute madman. JW and Golden, they're left like, they're just running around. Like, that's literally all you could describe this as. They can't win, and they know it. They're looking for kills, not that it's going to carry much weight, and even then, they still get shut down. 18 for Astralis, match point for the Danes, series point on the line. They're looking to try and lock in a best of 3 versus Team Vitality.
This is despicable. This is absolute madness right now. And yeah, Astralis, the team that we know and love, or maybe not know, but boy, do we love them. fnatic, not really feeling as positive about this one. Now they are up against series point here. At one point, they were in control. At one point, they were ready to close this out 16-14 and head to a third of Inferno. Now they've got to fight for a double overtime. At least we have 16k MR3. They got the money to buy back up. But yeah, that was a great play from Bubsky getting aggressive. dupreeh drops the smoke in main at the best possible time, and that just cuts the clock off for fnatic. Not only do they lose the first man and the bomb without a trade, but yeah, like once that smoke fades, there's just physically no time to get the plant, even if they had the package. So yeah, Astralis not falling for any of the fakes that fnatic are throwing their way. Here we go. This is it. Do or die. Last chance saloon for fnatic. Or do we run it all back and start it over again?
I feel like we've been getting what we want too much, and what I want is for it to go again. So, like, you know, maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe our luck finally turns around. Device is spamming the wallbang once again, but this time no one's going to get caught by it.
Careful, Flusher. Careful, Flusher. He's trying to time his positioning, right? He hears a shot, he moves. He hears a shot, he moves. But why are you running around here?
So they drop this first bit of utility in towards B. Now, Golden is still waiting back outside of A to throw in utility. He's going to dump that in now. Trying to give this illusion. It was going to be an A play with a B fake, and Astralis have fallen for it. They rotate Device away from B. S-Tag is now here alone. There's 3 AWPs for Astralis. I didn't even realize S-Tag looking to roll back the years and show us what he can do with this AWP. Bubsky deleting Crims, JW and Golden, the only hope to keep fnatic in this series any longer. JW looking for kills. That bomb is out in no man's land, and as these smokes dissipate, the odds of getting it back go down the toilet. JW spotted and finished off by S-Tag. It's Astralis 2-0ing this series. With S-Tag and Bubsky making their debut, it's safe to say they made a hell of an impression. They take this one over the line in a 2-0 fashion and lock in a best-of-3 series versus Vitality in those upper bracket semi-finals. Stick around, we're going to break this one down, and then we open up with NA, so don't go anywhere.
Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer? Should this be over? My heart for your mind, probably we should start over. Tell me if it's over. Am I your lover? Are we going solo? Or is it polo? Her face is saying don't go. I'm acting like I don't know. Whisper my name. Say what you want, show me your thoughts. I do the same. My bread on your neck while I slowly caress. Feelings in gray. It's still the same. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer? Should this be over? My heart for your mind, probably we should start over.